What up? What up? What up? Oh, what's going on? I'm just trying to settle in here. I had to get my kid to bed and try to organize off a little bit hot in here. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I put this in the hall. It doesn't. All right. Everybody doing tonight? Did I hope internet sucks? No, internet's really good. So, let's see. Let's go. Internet speed. We're at over 200. Usually it's like 7. The upload is at like 50. So I don't know if that's about. Would it be about? Let me. I'm just gonna hop in, guys. Here, lady. Sounds like that. I don't think anybody's on the internet. Let's try this. Let me know if this is better. Let's see. I just clean this fucking camera. This is a terrible camera. I've never had a problem before very strange. We did have an issue with our security like stuff. We use ring, we use wise, and it wasn't connecting to our devices today. So I wonder if there's just an issue with the Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm gonna try to reboot the router, see if that has any shot. Was there I can put on? I'll just put it on a random. Can I play one of the videos? Is that a thing? If you want to check out the light stuff, check that out. Let's see. So you can do. It has a wheel as well, just so you know. So you can see it's wheeling there, but it's not on yet. So in this configuration, you have the red LEDs. There's 2 there. Hold down. Oh, sorry, it's a wheel. My bad. Switching up lights. You have the wheel. Well, it gets really freaking bright. This thing has 10,000 lumens, by the way. Not the red, but, you know, it's a monster, okay? Look at this thing. Oh, my God. It's got a dome on it. I'm pretty sure you could do a beacon or something. No, it's 3 taps. Oh, just turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about 4? No? Okay. Can't do it. No beacon. Maybe because it's so big, they're like, nobody's going to do that. When you flip over to this side, right here, you can see the dial. Red. And then, sorry, this one is your spotlight. And this thing is wild, guys. You guys got a little glimpse of it. Let's see if I can show you. I don't think it's an, I'm not going to look at it. I don't think it's an LEP. I'm not an expert on LEPs, but All right, let's see. What the fuck? Yo, does it work now? Tiny Ev. Yeah, I don't know why. Let me picture chopped meat. So I don't know what's going on because it's up speed just dog shit. Was that like over 300 downloads? The up just won't come up. Still before it's bandwidth. I've never had a bandwidth issue, so I don't know exactly what it could be. I'm gonna try one other thing, see if this works. It's probably not gonna help, but we're gonna try it. See if I can do this. All right, let's see if this works. Mute this. Turn this on. Yeah. Okay. All right, is that better? Can you guys hear me? All right. Sorry about that. I don't know. I just used my phone. I'm still on the same Wi-Fi though, so maybe my MacBook doesn't pick up. My MacBook needs more bandwidth, and we're just not getting it. Like, if I show you the speed test, like I don't have the greatest internet ever, but I've literally never had a problem. That's why I'm just confused. Like it's always fine. I've never had to fuck with it at all. But right now my upload, so like my downloads, it's back to crushing it now. It was sitting around 200. See, now this is up to 120, but it was sitting at 60. Maybe it just came back, but now it's slowly dropping. It's going up a little bit. Maybe it just, I don't know if Verizon's doing something retarded out there or something. I'm not sure. But I might try switching back at some point. It's just I guess this works. I just have to look at myself twice. All right, so I apologize for all that bullshit. I am sick, so I'm just gonna let you know I'm going to try to do this quick. That was my plan, was to not be on for 3 hours like usual. Every time I swallow, it feels like somebody's stabbing me with tiny toothpicks right into the neck. It sucks ass. And yeah, so that's my story. But I hope you guys are doing well. Your provider can throttle upload sometimes. Yeah, like I said, I've never done that. I don't know. I've never had a problem with the MacBook either. I mean, it's not like super old or anything. It's a couple years old. Has a M1, M2 chip. I think I got the M2 because I was like, I had the M1 and then I heard it got a lot better, so I got the M2, and then I stopped paying attention. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Kansept sent me a bunch of knives, and they wanted me to give away some of them to you guys on a live stream. So now that all the shenanigans are over, hopefully we don't keep having the issues. We can talk about it. Also want to say a big thank you to anybody who picked up a screwdriver today. We had the drop. Oh, I remember this bullshit. It's like the camera's fucking, I gotta reverse it or something. Where's the setting? Probably not gonna let me do the setting. Oh, wait. But I was mirroring? All right, hold on. Yeah, I think that seems normal now. Sorry. But yeah, we had the drop today for the drivers, and you guys bought them all. So thank you. We really appreciate it. I honestly thought it would be harder to sell drivers because it's more of a niche thing, is what I thought. But apparently I was wrong, and you guys like drivers too. So that's cool. So we're gonna work on. We have a couple ideas. We're going to we want to get some bases, extra bases made for people today that just got a base or just got a driver. I thought there would be a good amount of people that just want the driver, because I feel like a lot of people just put it in a pouch. Like I feel like JD for EDC or Daily Gear Guide. I feel like he would just want to put it in a pouch, and he wouldn't necessarily need the stand. It's like I'm spending, almost, you're spending another $100 basically for the same. The machining involved in this thing is pretty wild. It took us a while to get a company to actually make it. So there's like a bearing in here, and then this has a top button and a bottom plate, and then there's a magnet in there as well, and there's a magnet in here, and then they magnetize together to help stabilize it. If you like bump it a little bit, it'll come back to center. And then there's a bearing in here, obviously. And then you have your bit up here, and then this actually breaks apart, so you can't even really tell. This breaks apart, and I apologize for the picture. It's just not going to be great. And now you have like a mini driver, or you just have bit storage. Ah! Luckily, this one's mine. But yeah, you have bit storage down here, and then you obviously can put it back together, and you got a full-size driver. It's got excellent knurling grip. Feels really good. The bit stays in there really well. It's just got a little bit of movement. They all do. I tested ones I have, and this is the best one when it comes to that. Yeah, it's just really good. I love this thing. Anyway, so it took a bit of spin what with a can of air. Spin with a can of air. Spin what? This? Oh, you're talking about how to clean it? the base. Why would I spin it with a can of air? I can just use my hand. But yeah, you could. I mean, you could do that. I use a can of air to clean the bearing. So if your bearing ever gets a little bit gritty or something, see if I can get this one apart. Some of them are a little tougher, but usually I get it. There it goes. So this is how you take it apart. I just use pressure, but you can also put like 2 toothpicks if they're strong enough. 2 little screws in those. There's holes under here on the bottom, and then you can just hold those screws after you put them in, and then you can twist the cap off. I can do it without it, but anyway, here's your bearing, and if it gets a little bit gritty or anything, you can just take canned air and blast. I usually blast it one way and then blast it the other way from the bottom or the top, and then that clears it out. And then you just put the cap back on, tighten the threads down, and then when it's at tightness, I just put some pressure here and give it a little twist. And I've never had that come loose when I didn't want it to. So don't use Loctite, please. We'll never get those out. But anyway, what I was saying is we're going to try to order some bases by themselves for people who only got a driver. Because they wanted a base and a driver, but they sold out. So then they had to get just a driver. I'm sorry if that happened to you. I really thought there would be enough people that just wanted a driver. And then I thought it would take a little while to sell the sets. I didn't think the sets would sell out in 2 minutes and then people would just be stuck getting drivers. So we'll try to get some bases in. But then I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. This I have a bad habit from my dad where I pick stuff. So I like pick at my cuticles, I pick at my nails. It's not good. I've gotten a lot better actually. But that one I fucked up. So I wanted to get your opinion on this. Would you guys like to see more of this exact thing? Like here's the splatter one. Like, would you guys want to see more of these with the extra bit in there, the mini driver kind of thing, the base that spins, all of that stuff, in the same finishes or different finishes? Let's say you could like do a different splatter pattern, whatever. Or would you want something more affordable? Like, I thought the price point was going to be the issue. Somebody asked if it comes with bits. Yes, it comes with 2. So every driver will come with a T8 installed and then a T6 down here. I figure those are the 2 most common for people. So those are the 2 we included. The base does not come with any. I wanted to do it, but if we added 10 bits, then we'd have to charge more. And I feel like some people are going to be like, I like these bits. I like Milwaukee bits. I like Wera bits. I don't like Weeha bits, whatever. So then we're going to charge more and you're just going to throw the bits away you're going to mix and match and have it look like shit. So that's why we didn't do that. But we wanted to at least include a couple so that if you don't have bits, you're going to get the driver and be able to take your knife apart right away. So yeah, it only holds 2, so I wasn't gonna just throw an extra T10 in the bag, mostly because I didn't want it to somehow scratch shit. But anyway, that's kind of a side thing. Would you guys want the same thing? Like, are you good with the price point, or would you want us to try to make it more affordable? So I've been talking to Olex, old O. Show. We were gonna try to design a base that's a little bit more simplified. So the base would basically be non-spinning, but it would have a deeper cavity. So it would be kind of like a bowl shape. This is a bowl shape right here. But it would be deeper. So then we wouldn't need the magnets. It would just sink in there better and it would hold the driver better. and then we would get rid of the extra bit thing. We'd get rid of this because this is part of the reason it costs more, because, well, they have to, add these threads and they got to mill out everything. I think they need a lathe to do all that. A lot of OEMs told us this design was too complicated. Like, literally, we're like, we can't make it. Kubi wouldn't make it. Riot wouldn't make it. QSP wouldn't make it. I think Best Tech wouldn't make it. But oh, wait, no, Best Tech quoted us and we just didn't do it because they wanted, like, what you guys paid for these is what they wanted to charge us. It was like 100, no, it was even more. It was like $150 or something. For the driver. It was like retarded. So yeah, that's a big part of the cost. So we were thinking, if we get rid of that and we just do a solid stem, right? So you're still getting the driver. That's, to me, the most, like, the best part about it is this grip. The ergonomics are nice. Maybe in the future we could do a large one, something like that. I think a large one with the twist feature would be really nice, because then your mini one would be like a standard size. That would be pretty sick, I think. But that's something for the future. But if we could get the price point down, I don't know what it's gonna be if it changes a lot. Like, could we sell a driver then for $80? Would you guys be happier with an $80 driver, maybe 125, 150 tops for the whole thing with the base and everything? Or would you rather pay the 225 and get all the cool, get the cool shit, the spinny stuff? Obviously, this would still be spinny. One benefit would be, if we did that, we'd get rid of the magnets, and then we could use a steel shielded bearing in here, like Get Good Screw does. And I think it would spin like super long. It'd be like, cooler in that sense. It's not actually something you need, because if you're going to just spin it in your hand, spinning a screw, it doesn't need to spin for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that's long enough. But that would be one thing we could do. So that's kind of what we were talking about. But if people really would just want it the way it is, and they just want more of them, then we'll just make more and do different options. The other thing I was thinking is, obviously, different materials. We've talked about that. I think there was a concern there with Get Good Screw on it. I don't know if they could do aluminum, or, like, I want micarta, I want G10, I want different stuff, but you can't do that if you have threads in the middle. But we could do zirconium, probably. We could do like Timascus. Those are getting more expensive, which is why I'm kind of asking. My other idea was, I'm asking Get Good Screw now if they would do like smaller runs, but we would do like one cool ass version, and then if they could make, like, I don't know, 50 or 100 of those, and then we would just do, like, every, I don't know, every 3 months or whatever, we could drop a new version. So, like, we could do a zirconium one, and then the next time we could do Timascus, and there's only 50 or 100, but we're gonna, we'll always have more and different stuff coming. That might be cool, instead of ordering a batch with like 5 versions that are, we just do the same ones over and over. I don't know. So that's kind of my thinking on all of it. I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys help a lot with that kind of stuff. Your advice is huge. So let me open this. So this is the stuff Kansept sent me. They sent me, I think, 3 Fenrir button locks, and then they sent me 2 of the top liner lock Fenrirs from Tenable. I think I also have some other Tenables over here. I don't know if, so this one's a Fenrir too. I already had a Fenrir sitting here, so I'll put that in here. What else we got? This is a Cryo. I already checked that out. This is a Eagle Strike. Oh, James Lowe. They did a tenable version. And another Fenrir. Okay, so the Fenrirs can go in that pile. And I have a Nahul. Okay, so that's something else. So we have four Fenrir, four Fenrirs from Tenable and 3 from Kansept. I really only need, I need to review one, obviously. So I'm gonna open all these live here, and then I'll probably just pick one out that I want for the review / pass around, and then we can give away at least, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4. I got 7 knives here potentially. So maybe we'll do like 4 giveaways. And if any of you guys are interested, you can obviously head over to Kansept and pick these up. It's just going to be, their website. I have links in the description. I don't know if the description populates when you're live, but I should probably know that. Let me see if I can even find the live stream on here. Type live. Yeah, see, it doesn't even show up for me here. But I'll just pull a link. Kansept knives Fenrir. So this is the Fenrir link. Just so you guys know what I'm going to be looking at. And then this is the Tenable one, which they're the same thing. It's just their budget brand, Um, and if you use the code LeftyEDC, you'll get 10% off. So definitely use the code if you're interested in any of this stuff. Obviously, I'm going to give some away too. So, but if you guys want to buy some, check it out. No, nothing wrong with budget brands. I check their stuff out all the time. Oh, man. Somebody mentioned trying saltwater. I did not, actually. I've just been popping ibuprofen. Kelly's Mishmash, a member for 11 months. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Neb. Boom. Got the year. 12 months. Hell yeah. And Bluminati, 23 months. Fireworks. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm going to get you guys. Oh, wait. They don't work. Oh, wait. It says add using. Yeah, add that shit. How do I do it? Tap here. Ah! Whoops. Why did that happen? No! No! All right. All right. It told me to fucking tap there to add the effect. So I went to do it, and it was like, fuck you. I kind of want to see if I can get back in with the, if I can get the, oh shit, now everything all fucked up. God damn it, Kel. Let me run another speed test and see if we're back, because this is so annoying. Nah, it dipped again. At least the upload dipped, or download, sorry. Yeah, it's back to like 60. So I'll have to fuck with that tomorrow. Let me just fix this then. Sorry for the technical issues, but we're working through them here. Get to the right side or whatever. Okay. Let's see. We got some more TC Blades 14 months. Guys, I would give you fireworks. I just can't because the thing's not working. So, pew, 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 you know, fireworks. Pew, pew, pew. Fireworks. Pew, 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 pew. Fireworks. Pew, 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 pew. Fireworks. Hell yeah. I get them all. Oh, no, I'm missing one. Dog One is a member now. Shout out to Dog One, dude. Pew, 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 pew. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Don't hate. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Let's see. Let me just add this concept Fenrir to the QR code. If you guys aren't aware, StreamYard has a cool feature now where you can add a QR code to the corner of the stream. Now it's backwards, so fucked up. If you scan that with your phone, if you're at home on the couch just lounging, one, you know, I don't know why you're doing that. If your wife and kids are around, you should turn the volume down because I'm going to be cursing and saying naughty things. So just, you know, but anyway, scan that and piss your wife off even more. Buy a Kansept Fenrir and use the code LeftyEDC. Paul Mills, getting close to 2 years. Hell yeah, dude. Pew, 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 pew. Dude, who needs fireworks when you got that? You know what I'm saying? Did you hit the cough meds? No, I just take ibuprofen. How do you get in on the giveaway? Well, unfortunately for you, you have to suffer through this, and I will just run giveaways. So, you know, hang in there, buddy. You'll be okay. If you get bored, there's a QR code right here. You can go check out some concepts if you would like to. No fireworks. I'm out. These fireworks might be better. I think they might be. All right, let me scroll back because I honestly didn't get to read any of your guys' feedback on that driver thing. If you have the G mask is black with red that has the top liner, like I'm interested in knowing, does it still front flip? Okay. If that one comes out, I will definitely test that, assuming I remember, but I should remember. That's, you know, pretty basic remembering 5 minutes ago. I am surprised they let Tenable do the TLL. I don't know what you mean. Surprise? Who's they? Because Vosti doesn't own that lock. It's Smock designed it initially. He did a compression lock with a button. So he essentially designed that lock. And then Vosti doesn't do it the same exact way, but as far as I'm aware, they credit him with it as well. He takes credit for it from them, and everybody can use it. So, I mean, Kaiser has some with it as well, and I think I've seen some other ones too. Eagle Strike looks nice, nice. Let's see. How far back did I go? 10:09. What time is it? 10:18. Get Good Screw makes pure silver scales for knives. They use a bunch of different materials. Yep. I just don't know if they would do. I kind of remember asking about like aluminum and stuff, and I think they just wanted to do titanium, which is cool. We wanted titanium too, but can they do inserts with my card? No, we tried that. We wanted to do like our original driver design. Colin and I had a completely different design called the Bit Bomb, but it was kind of similar in a sense because the bits kind of sat like this. They stuck up, and they looked to us. They looked like shrapnel, and then the driver kind of looked like a missile coming down. So we were gonna call it the Bit Bomb, which also works with our theme because, you know, car bombs, bit bomb, drinking. But we didn't end up doing that. And then I got this prototype from Olex, 3D printed prototype, and I fell in love with it. And then he wanted, you know, he was willing to work with us, so we just went that route because his is way cooler. But we had the idea for like inlays, like round inlays on a driver, but when I asked OEMs, nobody thought they could do it or would do it. I thought they were too expensive. Okay, there you go. So he would like a more affordable one, is what I'm getting. Fat carbon would be cool. Yeah, I don't think they can do fat carbon with this. I just don't. It would be cool, but the downside with it is it would be so lightweight. It might feel like a toy. Um, and you'd obviously have way more potential for the material like wearing out and stuff, and that could be an issue. Maybe we could make like the base out of fat carbon or something. I don't know. If you're doing it, go baller. There's plenty of good budget options out already. Well, it wouldn't be like budget. It would be the same material and stuff. It would just be toned down complexity so that we could get it made for less, basically. Like, because there's probably a lot of people that just want a bit driver. They don't necessarily need the fidgety stuff, or they don't necessarily need their base to spin around. But I mean, I kind of get it. I feel like most people who bought this probably were looking at the cool factor of that and the fact that you can take the driver apart and have a mini driver. I don't know. Keep them like this design. You could make some steel. Yeah, I don't like steel, but maybe aluminum would be okay if we could get them anodized. But I feel like they told us that they couldn't do aluminum, or maybe it was just as expensive because of the way it's designed. Why mess with success? Yeah, I mean, we originally came up with that idea because I thought these were gonna sell slower. You know, I like the design that way it is, but it would be cool to have a more budget friendly option. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to have two. Cares? Be kind of cool. I got your knives this evening. Oh, awesome, dude. You got the giveaway. Sick. Let's see. Bluminati, Kathleen. These are too expensive for me, but I think you ought to stick to the nice ones. Obviously, people want them. Yeah. Driver for 80 would be fantastic. Yeah, a more affordable version would be great. One piece driver. Okay. Good feedback. Good Screw made them. Yes, Get Good Screw did. We realized we made a typo on the box. It says manufactured by Get Good Screw, but we spelled you're not gonna see this. We spelled Good Screw wrong. It's supposed to be a K for the screw, not a C. So I should have caught that. Do a pre-order? No, we hate pre-orders. We won't do pre-orders. Um, just something we wanted to stop doing and avoid, and we've gotten to where we can, and we kind of want to stay there. I do see the merit in a pre-order at times. Like, you want to know how many people want the damn thing. I get it, but I feel like we've decided we want to just have product, and if people want to buy it, they'll buy it. Yeah, that means we kind of limit our orders sometimes because we're not sure what'll happen, but then we can order more, and we're not holding anybody's money. So, you know, what about making it in carbon fiber? Not sure if that's possible. Yeah, I don't know either with the way it's made. And you'd have to insert some kind of steel threads to have the inner part. Maybe a simplified one. Make it more affordable, get rid of a second bit. Yeah, I mean, if you have a base that holds 8 or 10 bits, do you need the bit inside the driver? Like, this is nice when you just have this. Like if you have this in a pouch or whatever, you could have your T8 and your T6, or depending on the person, you could have a T10 in here or T15. If you have like an Oz Machine Company Roosevelt, you have the 8 for your body screws. and then you have the 15 for your pivot. And that's really nice. But if you have this base, you don't necessarily need that because you have 10 options right here. Although I will say sometimes having a little driver like this is nice, you know, or sometimes you need two drivers for something and you can use the top as a second driver. It's not quite as efficient as a finger bit from Skiff, but you know, in a pinch, it kind of works. Can you just make it aluminum? Yeah, we talked about that already. Yeah, you lose the breakaway for sure. Don't get rid of the bit. Okay. That all sounds good. I mean, maybe we just do both, right? Like, who says we can't have a like other version that's just a little different? You know that we can have that for that's more affordable. Um, shit, maybe I mean we could even like depending on what get good screw can do, we could even have somebody else make it if it's a little bit less complicated and a different OEM could do it. Um, we could just have two different options. Affordable, please. More affordable, please. Okay. It's funny how everybody in the knife community says Weeha bits are best, but RC World it MIP. Oh, you're saying in the RC world it's MIP. What's MIP? And do they make the same size bits as Weeha? Send me a link, Bill. I'm curious because I've been talking to another channel. If you guys know Knife Addict Dylan, check his channel out. He's a good reviewer. He's honest with you, and I appreciate that. But he's like all into tools. And he sent me some bits. He's actually the reason I tried this bit. This bit has a holding feature. So when you stick it in a T8, it's supposed to grab onto the tooling and it keeps that screw on there so you can, maneuver it. If you're trying to like get it into somewhere, you don't just have it hanging off the edge. The downside is if you don't go in straight and put some pressure on it, it will cam out easier because it has to get locked in first. Once you know that, that rarely ever happens. But it's a really cool bit. So I've been trying. I mean, I've been using it now for I think a month or two, and I clearly just keep using it. So I do like it. But I want to check out other ones. MIP. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Is that you're not talking about Milwaukee, right? Like Milwaukee Impact something? I don't think so. Steel set. How you been doing? Oh, he's talking to Illuminati. Da da da. Makes sense. Da da da. Yep. Raw titanium is what I'd prefer, but they're cool either way. Who doesn't like Weeha bits? I love Weeha bits. What's up, Marcel? They're the go-to. I mean, if you're gonna send bits with a product, I think Weeha's. There's nothing wrong with that. If I was going to pick one, I would probably want more affordable. I have an audacious Kansept answer driver, and that sort of felt like the best cost to value for me. Black PVD coating bonus. Yeah, I don't know how much those were. I have this one from them. I think it was like $100. Maybe it was more. I don't know. But it doesn't spin at all. Like I don't need it to because you can just do this, it's fine. But like they save some money right here. Like there's absolutely no spinning here. Um I couldn't get this apart when I tried either. Maybe I was able to shove something in there and loosen it. Don't remember now. But this is a good driver. Very good driver. I also have the mini. These are the only two like premium ones that I kept. I sold all the other ones when I started, getting prototypes and stuff. This one doesn't spin either, but I like that it's just like a ball. But it's a cool size. The downside with this one, really big downside in my opinion, is it is a ball. So a lot of times I'll set my driver down, like I'll put a screw on it. Like if I'm putting a red dot onto an optic or something, I'll stick the screw on there and I'll set it down on the table, and then I'll get my Loctite, and then I'll put a little on there and pick it back up. Well, with this, you can't do that. It just falls over. So it's kind of a downside. And then with bases, the biggest issue I find with bases is they all are made for the driver to sit in like this. So like the Get Good Screw base, they have the best set. I think it's the best one on the market, maybe, other than this one. But theirs looks sick. Their base looks like a revolver cylinder. But you have to take your fucking bit out, right? So you have to do this, and then you have to stick this into the base. While it secures it and it's cool looking, it's annoying because now you have to use a slot on your base to put your bit because you can't hold it in the driver. And now you never have just a go-to setup. Like I always have a T8. That's what I'm going to use 98% of the time. So it's just ready. I just grab this sucker and I go. It's annoying when you have to take it off, grab the bit, and then you have an empty slot on your base that you have to look at all the time. That's a weird thing, but I'm OCD. I want them all filled up. So I don't know. I'm weird like that. That's why I wanted a base where it sat into it, bit up. So we wanted to, even if we did one without the magnets or whatever, we wanted to design it where you could still do that. It just have a deeper area for it to drop into. Anyway, I think I got you guys' feedback there. Thank you so much for that. We'll take that all into consideration as usual. It helps a lot when you guys give us that feedback. Let me open some of these so that we can actually look at the Kansept stuff. Lefty, the only Divo I'm fortunate enough to own is the Chaser Flame Tie 96 of 100. That's sick, dude. That's the only knife we've numbered so far. We actually have, I think the Lush V2 is numbered now. But, oh no, I think the Saloons are too. I could be wrong, but I think so. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of, actually. The Lush isn't. I just wish I could have gotten one today. Well, here's the thing, guys. I do have good news about that. I forgot to mention this. Sorry. We do have more coming. So when we ordered these, we ordered the splatter ano. We ordered, obviously, the machine satin, off the machine. That's my favorite finish. Somebody else mentioned they like that too. The bead blast, which is, I think, gorgeous. I love the bead blast look. I'm probably keeping that one. And then the stonewash. Okay. And we also ordered mirror polish, which I got to tell you, it looks fucking awesome. So it's mirror polished titanium. And we only paid like $10 more for that one. The splatter ano, this was $40 extra for us to add the splatter ano. That's why this set was $255, and the other ones were what were they? $225. So we didn't even charge you guys the difference that we paid. But anyway, the mirror polish was like $10 more. So those will be like $135 or $140, and then the set will be like $235, $240. So it'll still be reasonable, and you get a super cool finish with the mirror polish. So we have 10 drivers and we have 10 sets coming. and then we'll do another small drop, and we'll probably, I'll add, if I have anything left over from this drop, like somebody, returns it or cancels. Nobody canceled, but shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If we get a returned one, like return to sender type shit, then we'll sell those in that drop as well. So there is still a chance to get one in this production run. So just stay tuned to our Instagram and our email list. Those are the two places, along with this YouTube channel, obviously, where you're going to find out about our drops and releases and, dealer exclusives and all that shit, is those three places. So, anyway, Fenrir orange fucking coated, Nitro V 12 carbon fiber G10. Did I read that right? Orange coated? By the way, if you win a giveaway tonight, please understand that their boxes for Tenables are the worst in the industry. I love Kansept. I'm not talking shit. I'm just being honest. This is the shittiest box on the market, I think. They always fall apart on me. I feel like it's because they have 1, 2, 3 flaps. I feel like usually isn't there more, or is it just that it just falls apart? I don't know what to tell you. Like this one always falls off. Their concept packaging is really good, but this is hideous. I like the spinning. This one's a top liner lock. Hell yeah! All right. Oh, dude, who wants a plunge lock? Like, who in their right mind would choose a plunge lock over that? Like, I don't understand. I didn't need the fidget factor. What? Nope. No way. I caught a lefty live. F my life. I missed the screwdriver drop because work got in the way. Yeah, dude. Just like I said, we're doing another drop, a small one for the mirror polish and whatever's left over from these. So you still have a chance. I've stripped at least 4 Weehaw T6 bits, at least. Dude, it's not Weehaw, that's T6. T6 is just a terrible size bit. It's so fucking small and thin. You can buy the best T6 and you're still going to have to swap it after you take apart 5 or 10 knives, especially if you get a couple of screws in there that are really Loctited. That's the other thing. It seems like whenever companies use T6s, they go ham on the Loctite. Like, what the fuck? You don't use no Loctite with a T6, please. I just ordered the NAFS bit driver Grande, and I got the off-grid Bullet V2 bit driver. Both pretty sweet. Dude, this thing is fun, dude. Tell you that right now. This is fun as shit. This one's ugly, but this is fun. All right, I'm gonna try to front flip it for that guy. I know this isn't the one, but oh yeah, you can hit it. You can hit it. That was with no grip either. Man, I really hate the way this camera's set up because I'm delayed. No, we're not doing Kansas giveaways, sorry. But we're definitely doing Kansept and Tenable. I gotta blow my nose, sorry. I apologize in advance. I'm gonna sound like a fucking choo-choo train over here. God damn. Sorry. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. we're definitely giving this one away, folks. This one's cool, though. I mean, it's got orange and black. Don't you love it? Huh? Huh? Don't you love it? I love the knife. I love the design. And the top liner lock, guys, it fucking makes this knife. The button lock ones, that's what they sent me. I have a video on it, I think. And no, thank you. I just don't want that. I need a detent. Give me a goddamn detent. And this has it, and it feels amazing. So I'm trying to see if I still have my. I think I sold it. I had a left-handed Fenrir, like the original one. I could compare. Which one ended up being the most popular? I mean, they all sold out. So, but I would say the splatter. This is the one I think most. Like, if we had 30 or 50 of these, they probably would have all sold. It just looks cool. It's the same as Get Good Screws Bleeding Unicorn pattern. It costs a little more, but I mean, it's worth it. So when we do more, we'll probably try to do a couple different patterns of that. I think that would be nice. I'm wondering if we could do our own pattern. Like if we could have them do an 80s, like an 80s theme, 80s neon splatter ano. It'd be fucking ridiculous. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to show you guys now how we're going to do these giveaways. All right. I'm going to create a hashtag and you're going to have to put it in. That's going to be easy. Don't worry. Just got to pull up the giveaway page. I'm going to make you guys spell. Hopefully I spelled it right. But here's your hashtag. Dude, if that dog wakes up the baby, I'm gonna nicely pet him. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Don't say that on TV. On TV. Don't say that on live stream, Kev. I'm gonna stomp that fucking dog. Don't worry, I love that dog. He's just a little retarded. All right. So hashtag Duck Dynasty, because this is definitely a Duck Dynasty Fenrir right here. Hang on, I gotta deal with this dog real quick. All right. I think the dogs need to take a piss. So my wife's sleeping. I'm gonna go let the dogs out. Sorry. What am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna. I would want somebody to let me outside. So I'm gonna leave. Sorry, I'm gonna leave up the giveaway, and when I get back, I'll pull the winner. Okay. I'm so sorry. This is not going the way I planned, but yeah, I'm sure most of you would agree that you want my dogs to go outside and take a piss. So I'll be right back. All right. I actually just realized I can just take my phone because I'm using my phone. So, are you guys doing the hashtag Duck Dynasty? See, we got over 100 entries. Sick. These dogs are probably just chasing a fucking squirrel. Now they're playing with each other. So she said, "How do I flip the camera? I would show you, but I am on my phone. I've never used this on my phone. Let's see. Scroll down. Front camera. Oh my god. Dual back. Dual wide back. Oh my god. Can I just hit back camera, please? There we go. There you go. We go back. I'm gonna figure out. Sorry, guys. You guys are just coming along for the ride today. It is what it be. It be what it be. All right, here we go. Show you these fuckers out here. Assuming I still have internet. Dude, I'm like an old man. I can't get my finger off the goddamn camera. Come here, buddy. That's Casper. You could probably figure out why. That's Cheyenne. That's Cheyenne, right? You good girl? Good boy? Here. Those are my dogs. I guess they really needed to pee, you know? You guys would probably rather look at them than me. Go on. Go on. All right, I'm gonna flip this back. Sorry. Settings, camera, front. Give me that full frontal. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, I gotta let them back in. Let them back in the bedroom. I don't know if my son is in there yet. He usually ends up in bed with us by, 2 or 3 a.m. Gotta get his mommy milk, you know what I'm saying? All right, let me get this back into the bitch without fucking it up. Almost dropped it. Boomer EDC here. I'm back. Learning how to use my phone. All right. We're back in the game, bitches. All right. Let's do the giveaway. Here we go. Can't really see that too well, so let's do this. 104 entries. It was hashtag Duck Dynasty. If you just came in for whatever reason and you want to get in on the giveaway for the Kansept Fenrir Duck Dynasty Edition top liner lock, you want to hit hashtag or type hashtag Duck Dynasty into the chat. If you do it twice, it will only count you once. So you don't need to do it twice, but you do need to spell it right. And if your grandma's on the couch next to you and she has a cell phone, you could have her, log into her YouTube and sign up. That would count as a different login. All right, 109. I'm going to give it one more minute because we still have people getting in. We've jumped up. I think we were at 104. Now we're at 112. So another 30 seconds here. Man, this detent's good though. I mean, I can feel it on my thumb. It rips. I mean that in a good way, too. Can I remove this? No, I can't. Some grandma gonna win tonight. Quit taking my knives, grandma. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw. Duck Dynasty, top liner lock. Who's getting it? Who be getting it? Oh, Nathan Hawks, 5'8", 46. Let me get his, let me get those names off of there so we don't have confusion. Barbie EDC girl 4586 is having a big giveaway at 1,500 subs. So if you guys want a big giveaway, go subscribe to Barbie EDC girl. If you get her to 1,500, she's gonna do a big giveaway. I don't know where she's at now, so maybe she can let us know. There he is. Holy crap! Yeah, boy. I'm packing it up right here for you. And if you guys want this Duck Dynasty knife, you can always go over to Tenable and use the code LeftyEDC to get 10% off, and you can buy it. So that's an option. Shout out to Kansept/Tenable. They sent all these knives in for giveaway for the live stream. That's why I was, semi-advertising it. I mean, I put it in the title. That was it. But that is why. Because they sent them for me to give them away, and I'm assuming they want people to know about it. I don't normally do, like, hey, come to my live stream and I'll give you knives. I don't usually do that. But if somebody wants to send me shit to give away, I am down. Hawks 5846. I mean, I usually do like 1 or 2 giveaways. I just don't announce it because I like to have people who. That's the wrong one. This one, orange. Gotta have that Duck Dynasty look, Duck Dynasty, baby. Cool. All right, that's 1 down. Whoops. It's the problem with having 4 of these drivers on my desk. Just keep knocking them over. All right, the next one, y'all. Let me get this off my screen. Get off my goddamn screen, boy. Hey, the camera looks way better now, doesn't it? I wonder if we're back. Are we back? No, wrong thing. Sorry. Internet. Let me see. Let me do the speed test again. Nope. We're not back. Jesus. The download is at like 70. That is piss poor. The upload is actually outpacing the download right now. It's pretty impressive. I just want to make sure I don't kill the battery on this sucker, so I'm trying to just grab my monster power bank. Got this thing from Anchor. It's 40,000 milliamp hours, which is crazy. I can't remember the last time I charged it. It's got a full charge. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boy. Let me just plug this into the audio jack. All right. Hopefully it doesn't fuck anything up. All right. So I'm going to unbox this one with, well, bam, the Growler XL, baby. These are dropping next week. So if you like big knives and you cannot lie, you should check out the Growler XL at White Mountain Knives on the 20th at noon. Look at that. Sick. I love this thing. It's huge. 4-inch blade, 5 1/4-inch handle. But it carries so well. I mean, it carries extremely well. Oh, I figured out the problem, guys. The flap doesn't tuck in. It just sits on top. That's definitely part of the problem here. I can't even get underneath the thing. Oh, no, it does tuck in. What am I talking about? I don't know. All right, this one said stonewash on it. So that seems a little more neutral. Oh, it's got like fish scale aluminum. Interesting. A little heavier, but it's not bad. What do you guys think of that? I think that's pretty cool. Let me catch up to the chat here. Oh yeah, one other thing. Nathan Hawks, the winner of that last giveaway. Shoot me an email, LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat now. Send me an email with your address and stuff, and I'll ship it out to you, obviously. She's at 1347 subs. So, hey, we can almost get her there. All of you subscribe. If you're not all subscribed already, but go subscribe to Barbie EDC Girl. Although I know there was a problem where when you do that, then, you know, it removes all of them later. Is it pocketable? Yeah, dude. I'll show you here in a second. Your channel is a hit. Oh, yeah, dude. What? Fuck yeah. My channel is a hit. Dude, we've made it. My channel's a hit now. This is the green fish scale. Hold on, I gotta do fireworks. Pew 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 pew. That's sick. Thank you, James. Appreciate the super chat, dude. Appreciate the heck out of that, man. Yeah, this one's nice. Feels good. Man, these pop, dude. These detents are no joke. You need to do a butt wiggle with that? What? Now I have comments in 2 places. Hilarious. First 2 years I was watching YouTube, not a giveaway did I see. Now it's raining them. Duck. When did you start watching YouTube, dude? I've been on here for 5 years now, almost 6, I think. And I've been doing giveaways since like the beginning, I think. Maybe 6 months in. I don't know. So a lot of us have been doing it. Like Casey, Knives Fast, he's got what, like 800,000 KF lives, and he's done giveaways every time. So the saloon, we don't know yet. So the story on the saloon is we got half of them. So Kubi, for some reason, they sent half of them by sea, and then they went on a holiday, and then they came back 2 weeks later, and they shipped the other half by air. And we actually got the air shipment like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we're still waiting on the sea shipment. It's here. It's just waiting to clear customs or something. Apparently, it's supposed to clear this week and hopefully be to us next week, but we shall see. So we can't do a drop date until then. Some of the dealers, their knives were here, so we QC'd them, and we might have given them the knives already. We're not telling anybody they can't do a drop or whatever. We're just not like promoting it if they do, because you know we got to be fair to all the other dealers who have you know, their money tied up right now. But there are exceptions. Like some people have in-person events, or like Blade City does what's why do I want to say WhatsApp? It's Whatnot. They do Whatnot lives, and if they want to sell some on Whatnot live, that's whatever. But we're not going to do like a drop with a date for everybody until we're ready to drop all of them. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, the Growler XL is next week. That's the next one up. And then hopefully it'll be the Saloon after that. But let me show you the pocket. So this thing I have a reinforced pocket, and it slides right in there. That's what she said. I mean, it does take up a decent chunk of the pocket, but I can still get in there because it's a pretty thin knife. So I can just get in behind it instead of in front of it. You know what I mean? But like, I need my AirPods or whatever. I just get in there and then shebang. This one's got Damtanium camo carbon. So it's like purples and blues. And then we did Blurple Anno on the pivot collars, backspacer, and the clip. And then this one has a belt satin. The Growler XLs, the belt satin versions and the DLC belt satin versions, they have a full vertical. So there's no horizontal flats. And that's because Kubi, they reached out to us during production and they were like, this line right here where the plunge grind goes down and around, they said it looked unsightly with the horizontal because they have to, I guess, do the flats first. They'll put the horizontal flats on and then they'll hit the vertical for the edge bevel. And apparently that wheel or whatever they use, belt that they're using on the vertical, is like hitting parts of the horizontal flats, so it left like unevenness where that line is. They sent us a bunch of pictures, and it was hard to tell if it was really an issue, but they were adamant about it, and they didn't have a good option. Like I asked if they could stonewash the flats. I asked if they could, I don't know, I can't remember what else I asked for, but I asked for a bunch of stuff, and we ended up just having them do a full vertical. So that's why that looks like that. Still belt satin, but it's just full vertical. So if you have a Growler already and you're just wondering why it looks a little different, that's why. These things bang out. They feel so good. That thumb flick, I mean, listen to that thing. That thing hammers. So one other thing I want to show you guys in regards to the Growler XL, because I'm assuming this is going to come up. And this is the stupidest thing I've probably figured out. Working with OEMs is a journey, guys, and you need to be flexible, and you gotta let stuff just roll off you, and shit happens. So anyway, we got the Growler XLs, and here's the 80s camo carbon version. So this is the 80s. It's got a DLC belt satin, so it's real nice DLC. I gotta make sure I use the right camera, sorry. And this is a front camera, so it's just not as great. I guess I could flip it around and use the better camera if you want. I just have to set it up. But I do have the screen here. So let me try that real quick. Sorry, I just figured that out. That would work. So camera. I'll just use a standard back camera. But this should make the quality of the picture a little bit better. Let's see. Turn it around. Try to get it lined up. Yeah. See, that's better. I just got to get the right height. Sorry, you guys are here for IT sessions. Okay. So here's the DLC belt satin. Looks great. But here's the 80s, okay? So it kind of looks like the old 80s camo carbon. The 80s that we got back in the day where it looks awesome, but it doesn't have like a ton of color, right? And the reason for that, I found out because, a couple of people, reviewers got them and they were like, where's the color, right? Because we're used to seeing this. Like, that's what we're used to. And that's what we got. Okay. Sorry, this is so difficult because of the lag. But there you go. You can see the difference. Okay. Still looks really good. And honestly, with the blacked out theme on this, I think it looks badass. It's kind of like a murdered out knife with just a little bit of color on it. But this is what you're going to get, okay? I'm pretty sure most of you are just going to get a more subtle 80s. So I want to put it out there now. And I had to go back and forth with Camo Carbon and then Kubi because I'm like, hey, Camo Carbon, what the fuck? We've been asking you to pump the colors up because we've been getting, scales on our final, like on our knives that just don't have a ton of color. This has been going on for months. Like the Fireball, they weren't like crazy 80s either. And then this, and we have the Saloon coming, which is also very similar to this, I believe, on the 80s ones. Let me just grab these super chats. Thank you guys. So, Mick, a little love for shipping. Appreciate you. Pew, 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 pew. Paul Mills, same thing. Thank you, dude. Pew, 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 pew. Neb, let's make some shipping dough. Hell yeah. Pew, 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 pew. Thanks, guys. That'll cover some of the shipping for the giveaways. Appreciate that, guys. So Camo Carbon then sends me a video, okay? The guy's name over there is Andy. He's a cool dude. I've dealt with him a lot. And, I've probably been bugging him this year because I'm always like, what's up with the color? And on the Fireball, he said, oh, it must be because the scales are flat. They're not contoured. So it doesn't bring out as much color than a contoured scale would. And I'm like, okay, maybe I buy that. I don't know. And then we got these. And I'm like, dude, these are fucking contoured. Like, these are contoured. What gives here? And then somebody else compared the mini growler to the XL growler with 80s, and the mini growler's just popping, dude. I'm going to show you guys because I want to make sure you guys understand this ridiculousness. Okay. So first, here's the video of Camo Carbon showing me. He's like, this is what we're shipping, dude. He probably says it in the video, but I'm going to try not to. I'll just show you the picture. This is what we're shipping. Okay. So we're shipping that. We don't know how you're getting this. He's like, I don't know what they're doing to the material, but like, that's what we're shipping. So I go back to Kubi and I'm like, hey, Kubi, Camo Carbon's telling me that they're shipping you this stuff full of color. Here's a video. And I showed him. So, so Kubi gets back to me and they're like, okay, here's some of the sheets that we've had, like older stuff that we've had, okay? And they sent me this picture. This is some of the older stuff, and then they're like, here's what we have from the Growler XL, and I think some prototypes and stuff. Now you can see one of those has a decent amount of color, and the other one has like none, right? And then they sent me this one. They sent me a video, I guess, of those two. So you can see that one is like crazy color, and that one has like none. Right? There's like nothing there. He flips it over, and the fucking color is on the other side. So they go, we should probably make sure we check which side we're machining them and making the front of the scale. So Kubi has been just fucking tossing in the camo carbon, and whatever side it's in there on, whatever side the outer scales turn out to be, is what they turn out to be. So sometimes we get fucking crazy color, and then randomly we'll have batches where it's like, what the fuck happened? And that's why it like blew my mind. I'm like, you can't. So, you know, my reply, of course, was like, for all that is holy in this world, please use the colorful fucking side from now on. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. So that's what happened, in case you're wondering. Yeah. The stupidest thing I think I've heard in a long time. So shout out to Kubi on that. But they did say going forward they were gonna make sure to, you know, pay attention to that. Now we'll see. Now they're paying attention, and hopefully we are getting the color we're asking for from Camo Carbon, and it'll all work out. I asked Camo Carbon to start sending me I'm like, can you just send me a video of the sheets when you ship them? And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Then it's like a video receipt. And I'm like, yeah. And then I have that, and I can say, hey, Kubi, here's what's coming. Is this what you get? And then they can send me something when they get it and show me the sheets. And I can be like, okay, these look good. You know, and maybe I should have been doing that. I don't fucking know. I didn't think I had to micromanage the sheets of Camo Carbon. I just assumed when they got there, they knew what to do with them, because we've gotten really good looking scales before. Like, I thought there was a problem with the supply. I didn't realize there was a problem with the production, you know? And they do separate our Camo Carbon from other people's. So, like, they're not just like stacking all the 80s they have and then they just use a random piece. Like, what you send them, they put in a pile or whatever, a slot in a warehouse for that project. So I think we got it figured out. As of the next project, which would be the Growler V3, that one's in production now. It should come out with all the colors we want. So we'll see. Anyway, that's my long ramble on that. I apologize that it took so long, but I thought some of you guys would would get a kick out of that one. I'm sure some of you guessed what was happening. I would like to talk about your experience with OEMs and such. Yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. I don't know if you mean right now or if you want to like chat, you know, individually. Either way, just let me know, dude. I'm happy to. I give people, um, you know, feedback or advice, I guess, all the time on that stuff, because I do have a lot of experience with it, and I've dealt with a lot of dumb fucking shit. So, and Kubi does a great job, guys. Like, for the quality we get for the price point, the quality we get for the price point is really good. So, stupid shit happens, and that's okay. We figured it out. Sounds like they understand now, so we should be good. I don't know why that happened, and nothing got touched. Now I'm pissed. Yeah. The only downside is, like, we've spent a fortune on camo carbon. That shit is not cheap, dude. Camo carbon is expensive, right? And I'm just thinking, like, how many sheets of camo carbon have they just straight up like wasted on accident? You know, not it's not like wasted because it still looks cool. I still like it. There's nothing wrong with it, really. But it could have been even sicker. And meanwhile, telling I'm over here telling camo carbon to keep pumping color into it. And I'm being nice, obviously, but I'm kind of giving the guy shit. And he keeps saying, like, he's giving me reasons that I think are excuses. But in his mind, he's like, I know what I'm sending these guys. So they're just, something's going on with the production or whatever. And I think I've even asked Kubi about it before, but this time I was like, I'm figuring out what happens. I'm like, send me pictures of the material. Do you like, I thought they were using old stock. I thought they just, they had 80s camo carbon from 3 years ago and they were just taking it and using that for some reason. Because I'm like, if you look at what we sent and what I got, it doesn't make sense. So, anyway, apologies. This is the other Fenrir we're looking at. I feel like I need to reverse this camera again. It like every time I switch something, I need to mirror it again or something. Let's see. Oh, it says it's using the wait, what? It's using this camera now? No. Okay. I'm stupid. Oh, it's because I'm looking at the settings for my MacBook One. That's right. Okay. All right. I'm not even gonna fuck with it. I'm just gonna shut up. So let me just make sure these other ones from Tenable are actually top liner locks before I give this one away, because I do need one. I got to review it, and so I just want to make sure I have it. Let me put this growler away. That was my story on the 80s growler. And I think the same thing happened with the other colors too. Like, here's the shipwreck. I was really excited about the shipwreck, and it looks cool. But, like, it could have been cooler, But check this out. So this has shipwreck camo carbon. So it's copper and, teal or whatever. It's supposed to look like oxidized copper. And then we did copper pivot collars and backspacer. I hate this reverse camera shit. And then this matches the blade. It's dark washed. And then you have a acid wash blade. I think this version really goes together. It's fucking sick. The copper collars and backspacer, they add 0.3 ounces. So it's like nothing. It's like nothing. But, like, as cool as this looks, it could have been even cooler, And I'm guessing that's what they've been doing with our purple camo this whole time. So like sometimes our purple camo will look awesome, and other times people are like, "Where's the purple?" It's like, fuck. All right. This one is a Blackwash Nitro V red and black Damascus. That's the one that somebody was asking about, right? Is this the same? I think this is gonna be top liner lock, but let's just confirm it. Why can't I open this? Like retarded. All right. So this one, this one's cool looking. Yeah, this one's a top liner lock too. Why is it so hard for me to get the thing to focus? I don't understand. It's like I don't know where the camera is, but I do this all the time. I never have a problem. I think I know actually. But this looks nice. Blackwash blade. This is probably the one I'm gonna hang on to for the review. D10 is great. He was asking if you could still front flip it. Yeah. It is a weird front flipper. I wonder why they did it this way. See that? I think it's because the camera needs to be flipped over. Like, so now it's going to go vertical, and then we're going to flip it back down this way. Now we should be good, but now I might need to do the mirror thing because I think I think I did the mirror thinking something was wrong, but I just had the camera backwards. There we go. All right. It's like, dude, swear I've done this before. At least once or twice. So yeah, I like that one. So we'll give away this aluminum one. We'll do this one next. I got to figure out what to do for the giveaway. Hashtag Aquaman. This is an Aquaman? Isn't it like kind of Aquaman-y? Kind of Aquamanish. Hashtag Aquaman. Got to do something, right? Got to do something. Might want to share that, Kev. There we go. So you got to put hashtag Aquaman in the chat, and that will enter you. That's what she said. And if you want to pick up one of these Fenrirs for yourself, you can go over to Kansept's website, follow this QR code up here. Can I point at it? Right there. And use the code LeftyEDC. You'll save 10%. Yeah, I got to figure out how to unmirror this bullshit now. I said, I mean, you're paying for that. Yeah, I know I'm paying for it. That's what sucks. Never assume they have common sense, yeah. I mean, I thought I was told it's the same, but I mean, I showed it to Camo Carver, and he's like, yeah, that picture, they're showing the backside. And I'm like, oh, okay. There's single-sided and double-sided sheets. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he makes them all single-sided, unless you pay a ton to do double-sided, but I don't know. You shouldn't need to do that. Oh, it's gonna happen, dude. They all fuck up. It happens. You just have to deal with it, and you got to roll with the punches. And that's why I prefer not to do any pre-orders, because, like, let's say that was a pre-order. Now I have people's money, and then I get the knife, and it's not how I envisioned it, which is how I'm assuming they were envisioning it. And then it's like, fuck. But for us, we, like, they're paid for. We're selling them. I just showed you what it looks like, so you know what you're buying, and it's not a big deal. I think it still looks good. It just looks good in a different way. But if you pre-ordered it off of a rendering or a prototype, where on the prototype they use the right side of the fucking sheet, that kind of stuff is where you get into trouble with pre-orders. I'm just trying to win a free night, man. I'm broke. Well, then you got a hashtag Aquaman, dude. I'm so amped for the V3. Yeah, the V3 is sick, dude. I have one here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Here's the V3. We added a front flipper. It's more like a top flipper. It's a front flipper, I guess. But you can do the reach around. You can roll it back, and you can front flip it. So you have all the options. And then, of course, you have the flick and the thumb flick as well. And it's a standard size. I mean, it feels small compared to this thing. Do I have a mini out right now? I think I might have put it back. No, here it is. Here's a mini. I mean, it's fucking tiny, dude. I like the mini. I'm a mini kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? That's what he said, I guess. But, people wanted a big knife, so we made a big knife. Kubi is a bunch of cock. Marceau is not a fan of Chinese anything, so there you go. You want to talk about Olight for a little bit, Marceau? You want to see my cool flashlight that Olight gave me? I'm actually carrying it today. I'm carrying a not 14500 custom light. Look at that, LeftyEDC. I almost sent this to Jim Skelton, because they accidentally sent me two, I guess. I don't know. They sent me one for review like months ago, and then they told us to hold off for whatever reason. And then when the Black Friday sale started coming up again, they sent me another one. And I was like, okay. And I just left that one on the shelf. I figured I'd give it away, pass it around, sell it. I don't know. And last night I was talking to Jim Skelton. They sent him the Arc Pro, not the Ultra. And I was telling him some of the features that are cool on this. And I'm like, I have an extra one. I'll just send it to you. And he's quitting YouTube, if you guys don't know. So I kind of sent him like a care package. I sent him a screwdriver set. I sent him a Growler XL, and I sent him this Ultra. And I was like, maybe I should just check and make sure, that the light is in there or whatever. So I open the box and I see my fucking name on it. And that would have been hilarious if Jim got this and it had my name on it. He might even be like, I guess he knew and just sent it to me. But yeah, this is actually a solid light. I've carried it a little bit for review, and then like today it was legitimately my ADC light, and it was great. I didn't have any issues with it. Usually I don't love carrying this like shape of knife. Sorry, flashlight. I usually want it to be a little bit like slimmer this way. And I don't need all the functionality. Like, I don't need the laser, you know. I don't need UV. So like I want them to make a light like this that just has the floodlight, sorry, the spotlight and the floodlight, and then make it like even thinner and smaller because it only has those. I think that would be like the best light they could make. But they just keep adding more things, which personally is not for me. It does have this cool light right here, the arc. What do they call this thing? The arc gear, the arc. This light, it changes colors over time. So the more you use your light, it'll shift from white to blue to whatever, and it goes through that whole 7 color spectrum. And once I guess it's purple, that's you've used it more than anybody. That's like what was that called in Call of Duty? It's like prestiging your flashlight. Anyway, there's So's here. What's up, dude? Every day now, the whole world cuts more corners than we did before. It's visible. Yeah. I notice now every time I email a company that has more than, 3 employees, I'm talking to AI, and I end up getting so annoyed because the first email is like personable and it kind of just seems like a person. And then the next email is like some dumbassery that like it just doesn't seem right. It's like they're repeating the question I asked and they're not really answering what I asked. And they're just like, does that help you with this? And I'm like, no, I knew all that. Like, I want to know this. And then, like, it's just, and then you'll see at the bottom, powered by blah, blah, blah's AI. It's like, you motherfucker. I answer every email for Divo. I mean, I answer all my lefty emails. I try to give a full response, and if somebody asks for advice or a recommendation or whatever, I give it to them. If it's a warranty thing for Divo, I do as much as I possibly can to help them. And it takes a lot of time to fucking answer all these emails and DMs and shit. But I do it because that's what I would want. It's the simplest concept to me is empathy. Like, how would I want to be treated if I reached out to a knife company because of a problem? Okay, well, that's how I'm going to now treat everybody when it comes to that. It sucks they're screwing up the carbon fiber, yeah. They're better at precise directions and common sense. I looked at it a minute ago. The inside looks similar, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm guessing, Craig, what happened is it's like the material's thicker than the scales. So like we send a piece that's what is it, 0.18? Is it 0.18 or something? I forget the thickness, but like they're gonna trim off the bottom of it, which is literally trimming off the part we want. So yeah, I don't know. I had a warranty service call about a patio door problem. Turns out the outward swinging door was installed as an inward swinging door. Very different. Yeah, that's very different. Now that's something I would do. Like those things always fuck me up. Like, is it up or down? Is it left or right when you're putting something together? Like, yeah, my brain sometimes it's like I don't know which way. I have to look at the picture to see, like, to visualize it. I can't. You can't just tell me. Yeah, it's not quite that much, but it's not like, getting a G10 handle and getting a camo carbon handle is definitely not the same thing, And that's why the G10 version of this knife cost $125 with Lefty 10 code out the door. And the camo carbon ones are going to cost, $40 more or whatever. Just part of it. I like the shipwreck. Yeah, I like that too. Pop open the scales under the check. Yeah, but they're gonna trim away the bottom because it's not the exact thickness, if that makes sense. So, like, let me grab a calipers. You would think that's how it works, and I was thinking that, but I don't think that's how it works. I think you're still dealing with basically the same thing. Let me look at the inside of this one. Well, actually, this one actually looks pretty good, honestly. This is the Damtanium. Just my lighting doesn't, you can't really pick it up as well. I think this looks good, but see if I can show you the inside here. Is that the side with that's the lock bar side? Let me flip it. Let me see if I can tone this down or get a warmer color. I think this light is a little warmer. All right, let's try this. Ugh. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna get it to focus, I don't think. You can kind of see that there's like a big splotch of blue right here on the inside of that scale. Is it too bright now? Yeah, fuck that. I would have to take it apart. I don't feel like doing that right now. But I don't see any crazy difference. Because again, you're talking about, let's see, on this scale, one scale, right? They're only cutting one part of it out. This is 0.133. Okay. And I'm fairly certain that what we send them is 0.18. So 0.18. So you have 0.5. What is that, half an inch? Half an inch extra? No. Half I don't fucking know. But it's a decent margin that gets cut off, unfortunately. So I think you lose that. Man, I love how this sounds. If you guys want to see the other versions, let me know. The only one I don't have here is the DLC polish because I sent it to Jim Skelton. I thought he would like that one. So I sent him the DLC polish one. That is unbelievable, that knife. It's like a giant fucking mirror. I think I took a video of it last night, so I'd have one to show. Yeah, here. Look at that. There's a fucking mirror. That's sick. And yeah, you can front flip this pretty easily. The jimping's pretty good. You just hold on and You got to give it a little wrist so that it wants to come out, but comes out pretty easy. Remember, for 9 months, all the color is against the liner. Yeah, I mean, it could be true. Pew, 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 pew. Let's do this giveaway for the Aquaman. Let me pull it up for you guys. We have 134 on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it. Hashtag Aquaman. Preston. What's up, dude? Preston with the aluminum fish scale, the green fish scale ones. And it has a stonewash blade, by the way. It's nice. I like this one a lot. Where's the, here it is. All right. We got that one. Preston. PR 35 ton. Jesus, what a name, dude. 28995. I'm guessing you didn't pick that. They just gave you that, dude. That's hilarious. Aluminum green. All right. So shoot me an email, Preston. LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. And I will get this out to you. I need your address, obviously. I will not ask you for anything else. So if somebody else emails you asking for your social security number or, whatever, that's not me. Don't answer that. I just need your address and you're going to send it to me. So, Adventure Man 6276, member for 14 months. What's up, everybody? Pew, 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 pew. Shout out to you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Let me try to catch up with somebody's chat. Time for them to label that camo. This side up. Dude, I literally said that to Camo Carbon. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're going to need to label these this side up or use this side because that's so stupid. So the colors on one side of the Camo Carbon. Have you disassembled? Okay, here we go. No, it's because they trim off some of it. Did he do the green knife? I'm corn fused. You're corn fused. Yes, I did. I don't think they have the mindset over there to think, this looks way better. I mean, that's seriously, I'm like, you talk to the production team and just common sense, use the best color, obviously. But yeah, I guess you're right. That is the Damascus bone I was talking about. Okay, cool. I really like that one. Yeah. Let's see what the last one looks like. And maybe I'll give that one away. See what this one is. This one might be. This one's Blackwash Nitro Green Micarta. This could be the regular button lock. I don't know. I definitely need a top liner lock to review. So. It's already open. Okay. Man, I love that top liner lock. It's very good on here. Because of the top liner lock, they got rid of the front flipper? Please explaineth this to me. What is the reasoning? Let me look at it again. I don't off the top of my head, I don't see a reason for that. Okay, it is a top liner lock. It's got brass accents, which is cool. I don't know if it's really brass, but looks like it. Probably not. Top liner lock. This one has the softest detent out of all of them. It's not soft. It's just the softest. The other ones are like shredding my thumb a little bit, which I kind of like, This one less so, but still, it's good. There's no problem with it.
I like how they did the lock. It's like on the just on the back liner that you can see. That's pretty cool. Oh shit. I wonder. Dude. They should add a little bit of jimping or something and a lock bar cutout. That'd be sick if you could use it both ways, like a traditional Spyderco, where you do that, or you can hit the button. Because this is actually kind of fun. Shit, I didn't even realize that. You know what I just realized? I think that this is like a backwards compression lock, right? Because normally on a Spyderco, when I pinch the lock bar, it feels really awkward left-handed. This feels fine, but right-handed, it's a little awkward because you have to, yeah, it's backwards. Because this is what I always had to do left-handed. You have to like hold it all weird, pinch the lock, and then like shake it down and hope. I'm trying not to stick my finger in there too much and cut it. The blade doesn't come back that far, but yeah, it's like a backwards compression lock with a button on it. They should have just left it, put the button on this side like it was left-handed, and then you would just do this. I got scared for a second. You would just do this as a righty, use your index finger, which is actually kind of easier in a lot of cases. Let me see if I fuck this up, because then it might have to be our review knife. No, it's fine. I don't know. I'll let you guys pick if you want to pick. This one does have a little bit of a stronger detent. Nice. Not much, though, honestly. Yeah, you guys pick. Let me know what you want. Micarta or G10. If one of the moderators, if you're here, if you want to add them up and see which one wins. Yeah, that's what we'll do right now. Hashtag this side up. That's a great idea, dude. Hashtag this side up. I love it. There we go. That's your giveaway hashtag for this one. Hashtag this side up. And again, shout out to Kansept for providing these. And I have the Kansept models coming up next. They're a little bit more expensive, nicer models. So that's what you're here for. Jesus, why am I like dropping everything? I'm just trying to put this battery away. Why do I have 5 though? Oh, I guess because I don't know why. I'm gonna get my other while you guys do that, I'm gonna get my other EDC light that I like to carry. I have 2 lights that I like to carry, basically. I'll show you. The other one, I already. Did I take this up? No. Might as well have, though. Things I do for you guys. I'm just kidding. So the one I carry the most, like probably 90% of the time, is this one. This is a Dawson Machine Craft Malini Slim 14500. It's titanium, custom made. 519A Nichia emitter, orange peel, MCR18 reflector, I think. McClicky switch, forward clicky. Love this thing. There's no battery in it. But that's the one I rock the most. But I just had in a slimmer model from him. He has that's the slim, and then there's a slimmer that has like a 10440, which is a AAA size battery. I'm sending that back, and I asked him if he would do a spa treatment on this, or a spa day, whatever you guys call it, where he just like fixes it up a little bit because I chipped some of the tie. I just want to smooth it out and freshen it up a little bit. And then I carry this thing occasionally. This is a production flashlight. This is from Exceed Design. They're actually sending me a couple knives to review. But Exceed Designs, and this is the best production flashlight. It's titanium, and then it has this really cool rocker switch and UI. So you click back here to turn it on, okay? And then you use this switch to change it. And you can either tap so that you just cycle low, medium, high, higher, whatever, right? And then you tap to go back down, or you can hold and it will ramp. Which is super cool that it has that feature. You can double tap and you get the turbo, double tap back for moonlight. Very cool. I love this thing. It comes in aluminum for less money. I think when I bought this titanium version, stonewashed with this sick bronze ano, was $155. Which is, I think, dirt cheap for a really good titanium flashlight. It's like crazy good. I knocked all the peanuts out of here. The only thing I don't love is the clip function. Like, it's good. It actually has a cool feature where if you loosen these screws, this back part on the button area, you can see there's like a line right here, a seam. If you loosen those screws, then you could twist this and you could turn it and place the clip wherever you want. So like, I'm OCD, so I want my clip to be perfectly in line with the button, right? But maybe you want it where the button's on the opposite side of the clip. So like, here, I'll show you. It takes T8, which is cool. So here, I'll try to get back in frame. So hashtag this side up. We're still deciding. Hopefully somebody's tracking this. So you just take your T8 and you go over here and you unscrew that and you unscrew this one. And now the clip is loose, right? And now you can put it wherever you want. So they're like, it's basically like a set screw system. And it does not come loose. I've never had the clip shift or anything. So maybe you want your clip on the opposite of the button, because when you put it in your pocket, you want the button facing towards you. I don't know why. Maybe the way you take it out. Then you tighten this down. Boom, Bob's your uncle. You can also take the screws out, and then you can remove this completely to get to the switch, I guess. So now I just got to line it up again with the button over here. And then tighten down the T8. And the reason I love this driver is you can easily spin it to tighten and loosen. And you can really just like let it fly. And it's really fun to tighten a screw like that where you can hear the driver going like because it's spinning so fast. So I'm not afraid to put a little torque on this. With this driver, I can't get like more torque than I need to like break, strip something. So I usually just crank it till it stops. And now it's back where I wanted it. The other really cool thing about this flashlight, it takes the same batteries as my custom light from Dawson, 14500. And so I can put a really powerful battery in here and get a little more juice out of it. But the other cool thing is you can pay them to do the modifications for you on it, or you can do it yourself. And they offer different features. Like you can buy a sapphire lens, right? And then you just need a tool. They have one that's dirt cheap. It's just like the one for the driver. Actually, it has two little holes. Like what are those called? I have some of them. I can't remember the name of them right now. These things, snap ring pliers, I think. But you just go like this, and you stick those 2 points into the holes, and then you can twist it to loosen it. But they do sell a tool for it, like a 3D printed one. And you loosen this, comes out, and then you can replace the glass. You can also replace the reflector. So I have a reflector in here. Okay. So I get like a nice hot spot, and I get a decent amount of throw. Let's see if I can show you. You can see the hot spot back there on the wall, right? Where if you have a floodlight like this one also has a spotlight setting. If I do this, but this is a floodlight where it just has light around the immediate area, basically, and it's more dispersed. It's not directed. This is like a throwy light where it's more like a spotlight. Okay. So you use this for farther distances and you use flood for closer. Or there's other scenarios, like maybe you want to see certain area clearly or whatever. But anyway, in order to get that hot spot, you need a reflector, right? Which is like a metal, you can see in here, it has a reflector, which is the thing around the LED, that metal thing. It's like a cone-shaped thing that comes up to the glass, okay? Now, the way this flashlight comes when you buy it, it comes with a TIR, which is a optic, not a reflector. It's basically like just a piece of plastic that sits on top of the LED. It has like a dome over the LED, and then it helps just disperse the light up close. It's a floody type thing, okay? It has a little bit of throw, but it's not anywhere near what a reflector will do, okay? So you can buy the reflector on their website. It's like $8. And then you buy the tool to install it for 10 or whatever. And then you can just do it yourself. You literally just unscrew this thing, take the glass off. And then I think there's obviously an O-ring somewhere in there, maybe underneath of this ring. And then you take the reflector out, or the optic, and you put the reflector in. Or vice versa. You can have either one. You just switch it. Or I think you can pay them to do it when you get the light. And then one more. They also have an option to de-dome the LED. So the best way to explain de-doming, because I don't know if everybody knows, I didn't know half this shit for a long time. I'm trying to show you. An LED is this yellow thing in here, okay? It's just a little, I don't even know what the fuck it is. We call it a diode or whatever it is. Let me see if I can get a picture of a image of Nichia 519A emitter. So this is an emitter. No, I don't need AI. Ah, yes, perfect. Okay. So you guys can keep doing the hashtag this side up. We'll get to it. Don't worry. Stop screen. Okay, I thought I did that already. No, don't want to do that. Here we go. Okay. So this is an emitter, okay? So that little thing, it looks like an egg. It looks like an egg with a yolk. That is in the center. Let me find the right lens of this. There, you just saw it there. In the center of this is one of those, okay? And that's like glued onto a board, and then there's connectors and shit. There's wiring, you have to solder it, and then that pumps the electricity to it, and that is what lights it up. Okay, it's amazing to me that we have the ability to put that in your pocket and have it reliably work and not like flicker and do all this shit. But you can pay for Exceed Design to remove this top layer. It's called a dome, and it's just like a little plastic it's like a yolk on an egg, right? You know how you can pop the yolk and then the shit comes out of there, I guess. Well, imagine it was like hard plastic instead, and you could just cut that off and remove it. And then you just have the egg exposed, basically, right? You just have this yellow emitter board of it's just an LED under there. That's just a cover, basically. But that cover changes the temperature of the light. So a standard 519A 5000K emitter is a neutral light. Okay, it's like in between a warm color and a cool color. So like this O light is very cool. Okay, it's like a white light, right? Sometimes when they get too white, they start to look a little bluish or whatever, right? This one's pretty good. Here's the spotlight one. Okay. And then the other end of that spectrum is like a warmer light. It looks more like, what you would see in a candelabra type thing, right? So when you remove that dome, it actually changes the way that it looks. And removing the dome on the 5000K makes it look like a rosy pink color. It's really hard to show you through the camera and everything with studio lights around, but it's like a rosy color. And they will do that for you as a service. I mean, it's so cool. Even custom makers don't offer that. I mean, I've never asked, so maybe they would, but I just find that so cool. Sorry, I went on a whole rant there about flashlights, but I've been kind of getting back into them because there's some cool stuff going on with them. I'll give you guys a link to their website if you want to check it out. If you're interested in that flashlight, it's Exceed Designs, and this one is the Rampant R4. So they have an R4, which is 14500. So it's this battery size, AA, right? They're usually about 0.85 inches around, very easy to carry, not super heavy. They get the job done. They have plenty of juice, but they're not like, super powerful flashlights. 1500 lumens, something like that. Then they have the R8, which is a 18650. Okay, so that's this size battery, and I'll compare it for you. So ignore the button top versus the not button top. It doesn't matter. You can get either and either option. Just depends on the light. But you can see the difference here, I think. Let me try to hold it. There you go. So obviously that flashlight is going to be a lot bigger than this. It's going to be at least an inch thick, probably a little over. So for me, that's less EDCable than the R4. But I wanted to let you know in case you want the bigger one for some reason. But anyway, I put that in the chat. You can check it out if you want. They're good people too. They are made overseas, but they are made like to their spec. They designed the UI. Like it's not a lot of companies that have stuff made in China with flashlights. They're just like picking out of a catalog, basically. You know, they'll show you like a bunch of different titanium flashlights, and you're like, oh, I want that one, but put my logo on the little button. You know, change this one thing that makes it feel like mine, like add a ring to it. You know, like there's something obscene flashlight. That's just a Chinese, like $50 on AliExpress flashlight, but they added those things and bought them in bulk, and then they can charge $300 or whatever. This is like we built this, designed it from scratch. You know, we wanted this really cool rocker switch and whatever. So to me, this is like in between a custom light and a production light, but technically a production light, and it's the best one you can get for an EDC light, in my opinion. So check it out. Exceed Designs Rampant. Okay. Where did we land on the giveaway? Can I win a gun, please? I'll take the 2011. No thanks. I'm keeping that, dude. I haven't shot my staccato in a minute. I took it out of the pistol case today, the little Ziploc I have for it, because I was like, I need to handle this. It's been a minute. I haven't been able to get to the range. It's been so busy and then getting sick and sucks. When is your next Whatnot show? Sooner rather than later, because I already have a full shelf again. Like so much shit came in. But it's not a lot of like expensive stuff, a lot of budget stuff, but still. And I think I have a whole chair right here with packages I need to open. And half of them are from pass around guys sending me stuff back. So that shelf is going to fill up fast. I am way behind. I apologize. And I'm going to miss a bunch of your questions. I'm so sorry. But you can always ask it again or hit me up. Is the clip the same size as other Divo clips? That's right. Somebody wanted me to check that. So here's the tall boy. That's the one we tried to match all the clips to be the same, right? It would make sense. You know, you have the wire slot type clip. But depending on the knife design, where the screws are, where the blade lands, sometimes they have to move the hole up or down. Well, now you can't use the same exact clip because the hole placement is off, even though the size and it fits in the slots. So, for the most part, anything 3.3 inches or larger is going to have a tall boy footprint, we'll call it. And anything 3 inches or smaller is going to have a binge platform or footprint. The small boy, the mini growler, that kind of stuff. But these are similar, and I will check for you right now. I do think the clip is longer slightly, but I think it'll fit in the slot. That's what she said. Let me actually just put it on the other side, then I don't have to. Oh, well, I have to compare them. So do you have a titanium version of what? Sorry. The Growler XL? Yes. Yes. Are you asking if I specifically have one? Yes. I have the all acid washed one with brass accents here. I can show you that in a second, assuming I remember. Sorry. So I have the Tallboy clip and the Growler XL clip. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely bigger. So you can see it's longer. It's not much of a difference, but they are different slightly. You can see the difference between the blurple and the purple. A little bit. But I'm guessing that will fit. So if I put this one in here. Oh, wait. Maybe not. They might have had to do their own footprint. I swear we talked about this with Kubi. They're supposed to match it. Oh, wait. Could just be. I mean, it's fucking close right there. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. I was like, wait, that should go in. So, Tallboy clip on the Growler fits. Looks a little goofy, I think, but it fits. The Growler clip, now this one's going to be bigger, so maybe we have a problem here. Nope, pop right in. Whoops. Growler clip, XL clip on the Tallboy. So the Tallboy pattern will fit. So there you go. Now I gotta switch them back. I want to look at this clip once I put it on because this one looked weird on there. Like the angle of it. Doesn't that look a little weird? Like right up here, I feel like it looks a little goofy. So let me see what that looks like when you put this one on. Did I just not notice it? I just didn't notice it. I just didn't notice it, I guess. Maybe it's a little longer, so it reaches. I think maybe that's what it is. It reaches back here. I think on the V3, we did change it, though. Or it might have been the small boy. I can't remember. I remember one of them looked goofy like this, and we changed it to kind of angle so that the triangle point of the clip goes with this piece right here. Because that makes more sense to me. Like if you look at the tall boy, it has the triangular end, and the clip goes right up to it. It matches. That looks better to me. So I must have missed that when we were prototyping or something. I don't know. But I didn't even notice it till right this second, so I don't think it's a big deal. All right, my voice is running out. All right, let's see. Did anybody get me an answer on? I was thinking about sending Metal Complex one just because I think he would really like that mirror finish. Preston, he won. Okay, that was forever ago. Yes, that was forever ago. Okay. One thing I didn't think of was somebody has to tell me what won. Let's see. Pretty Fly, are you here? If you're still here, can you tell me which one won? I think you're my best hope. El Cap, Demonoc, you guys are admins as well, or moderators, sorry. I need one of you guys to tell me. Because I have no chance otherwise. I'm going to skip to current and hopefully one of you guys will repeat yourselves or whatever. All right. Just have a winner choose. Yeah, but then I gotta wait. I guess I could do that. I guess I could do that. I didn't really think of that. I thought I'd let you guys choose. Is it giveaway for the Damascus Fender, or will that one be? No, I'll pass. I'll pass the one that I review around. I'll probably sell it once I get it back, but that'll be a while. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anybody telling me. So I am going to just let the winner choose. That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So let me bring that back up here. And we can pull that one, and then we can get into these button lock ones that I'm afraid of. There we go. That's not what I was asking, Pretty Fly. At Old Man on the Ridge. Hell yeah, dude. Congrats. All right, let me. Yeah, see, now I don't know which one. All right, whatever. That's probably why I didn't want to do that. Because I was trying to label them so I knew which ones were getting sent out. It's just, I keep track better. Hey, but you can let me know right now, actually. Old Man on the Ridge. Let me know which one you want. Oh, man. Oh, man. Old Man on the Ridge. Old Man on the Ridge. This was the micarta one. Yep. First one. Yeah, I know who the first and second one was. But now, I don't know what this one is yet. And then there's going to be two more. And then I'm also shipping 800 other things. So that's why I just want to know so I can label it. I don't think it's too much to ask. Is he here? I don't think he's here. He takes a bit. He's old and he's on a ridge. All right. Yeah. He can email me, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll put them both back in the box. And if I get an email from him, he can tell me. He could tell me. I want to check out these concepts. I want to see what kind of finishes they put on these. Old Man on a ridge. He's pooping. Damascus or micarta. All right. He's still not showing up yet. He's getting de-domed. So here's what I'm going to do. Fuck this. I'm just going to give him the Gmascus one. So if you catch this, old man on a ridge, you're winning the Gmascus one. Shoot me an email at LeftyEDC88@gmail.com and I'll get it out to you. But if you don't send me anything in the next couple days or whatever, then I'll just give it away again later. Okay, cool. We all agree. Sounds good. Let's check out the other one. I'm gonna put this over here so I know to review that later and get to these concepts. Let me just get the tape off all these. Or the packaging. I hate this stuff. I don't really understand what the cellophane does. Like, if cellophane's not protecting it from getting dinged up, so it's just there to annoy me when I need to open the knife. All right. Let's knock these out so that I can get to getting. All right. This one is like marbled carbon fiber. What? Okay. They got rid of the contouring. I thought this was like a premium stuff here. It's interesting. They didn't do a milled clip and they got rid of the contouring. So it's like a budget concept. Very interesting thought process. It is DLC though. That's nice. DLC 154 CM. So yeah, it's like a budget concept. They do that. It's interesting. The spring on the button lock's good, so that's nice. I don't know if these are gonna front flip though. I don't think so. Oh shit. It's kind of tough, but you can do it. You can do it. It is cool. I just wish it was more premium. I wish they did contouring and whatnot. So they have so many versions of this Fenrir. I guess they did a tenable version of the button lock. So maybe they just took that and they just upscaled the materials and called it a concept. That's what I'm guessing. And it's got like a choil up here now. So you can. Wait, didn't they always have that? I don't remember, but it's comfortable. All right. If you guys want to pick one of these up, you can go over to conceptknives.com, use the code LEFTY10, get yourself one of these, 10% off. Or you could win this one. Let's give this one away. This one has marble carbon fiber, and I think that's aluminum, folks. I don't think that's titanium because it's too shiny for titanium. So I'm gonna go with hashtag catfish on this one, because I was expecting contouring and a more premium build like the frame lock version or the reverse frame lock, reverse bolster lock. So we got catfished. I got catfished. Did you get catfished? Do you agree? I mean, it's still a good knife. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, you expect something. And you know what? I think I was wrong. I don't think this is DLC. I think this is a black wash, and I just can't see it very well. I think it's a black wash, guys. Let me see. Yeah, black wash. So there's no DLC. My bad. My B. It just had oil on it. I guess it looked like a DLC. It's got some stick. See if you can hear it. Can you hear the stick?
No. The page is not set up for me to.
I didn't say Siri. I said stick. Get your nose out my life, boy. Can you hear it? So, but it's not bad stick. It's just like there, which honestly, sometimes I feel like a little bit of stick is good with a plunge lock because it means it's locked up. It's not going to fail instantly. But yeah, you can kind of front flip it. I would say 90% of people are not going to get that. They're going to struggle with it because you got to go all the way to the top. If you go back here, I guess, it doesn't, I'll show you. It doesn't look like you can front flip it at all. Like, look at that. Does that look like a front flipper to you? Like, I'm actually surprised I can do it. But just put your finger there and it does pop out. So if you wrist it, anything's going to pop out. Without wrist, got it. No, this one's not, Dominic. We've switched. We've switched from the top liner lock tenable versions. So these tenable ones were top liner locks. These Kansept ones are button locks with plunge locks. So I don't know if that means, it probably means we're going to get top liner lock Kansepts next, which is what we all want. Except we want it with contouring, 154 CM's fine with me. I don't give a shit. But yeah, the experience here is very similar, except for with the top liner lock, it just feels better. There's no stick. It has a true detent, although I will say I can barely tell the difference. There's very little mush here on this plunge lock, and it fires. There's no issue. So I'm happy with that. I can front flip it. There you go. I think you would do what? You would think they would do the opposite. I don't know. That reminds me, I never showed you guys the ABW, American Blade Works Model 3. I got this in. This is an automatic out the side. But a really nice blade shape. This one's kind of like, what do you call it? For me, it's shit. I don't know the word I'm trying to say, but like I love it, but I don't like out the side autos. but I love this design, so it's like I definitely recommend it, but you got to know that it's an out the side, and you got to be down with that. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what I'm saying. Is there a word for all that shit I just said? Shoo. It's got good action. Feels good. Boom. All right. Those are dropping tomorrow, by the way. 8 p.m. Eastern. The Model 3 is dropping on their website. It's $299. $299. Magna Cut 64 HRC. I'm sure his Magna Cut's always fantastic. Dude, could you imagine if this was a top liner lock? That'd be sick. Good times. Conflicted. Yeah, that's a good word for it. I am conflicted. They all sold out, but we're gonna have another drop in a week or two, probably two. We're waiting on the mirror polished ones to come in. Once those get here, we'll do another drop. And if there's any left over from the first release, then we'll put those in there too. So there's probably going to be another like 25 that we drop. Half driver, half sets. So this is aluminum, Dominic. Anodized aluminum. Yeah, I know it took him a little bit to find a good anodizer. He had to scrap a whole batch of scales because they were fucked, I guess, and find a new anodizer. So that shit be costing him money. All right, let's do this giveaway. Hashtag be catfishing over here. Kansept. Hashtag. And we're gonna just draw it. Here we go. Here we go. It'd be cool if you were here. If you win, should just make that a rule. You have 3 minutes to announce yourself. Well, we know he's here. We know he's here. Hell yeah, dude. Hells to the yeah, boy. That old man's still on the ridge. He didn't even get up yet. He probably just got the text from somebody. You won. Oh, shit. I better get back in there, Paul. Hey, Paul, I got to get in there. I want a giveaway. How's that dang email work? Lombardo. Yes, you won, dude. Not you, sorry, Jesse. You. Dominic, you won. This is the Kansept. And it is the marbled shiz. Is it stonewash or something? No, it's blackwash. Fuck. I don't even know why I'm doing all that, but I just try to keep track. Next, Dominic, shoot me an email, dog. You got my email? Oh, here we go. The inevitable somebody complaining about the price. I was just waiting for that. $2.99 for aluminum scales? Where is it? I saw it. Where is it? There he is. Oh, no. He said par for the course. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, there's cheaper ones like Kershaw. I don't know. Is ProTech, are they like $300? I don't know. But this guy makes them in his fucking garage shop. Like, he's got more than that, a garage. It's like a a real shop, but it's basically attached to his house. And with this knife, like normally he makes a folder, right? He'll make a titanium frame lock. He'll make a liner lock, titanium. He'll make he's done a button lock, all titanium though, and Magna Cut. And those are usually what? $299, I think. Maybe $320 or something. Way cheaper than you would see from any other US maker, right? And that's because he's making it in his shop, in his house, in his yard or whatever. He has very low overhead. He's a machinist. He spent his whole career working CNC machines. He knows what he's doing. And he can get the job done for less. And then he doesn't care about making all this money and shit, so he sells them for a really good price. Okay. So now comes along this project, and he's got aluminum and Magna Cut. And it's $299, and it's an automatic, which most people think is easier to make. And I would argue is easier to make. Because you don't have to figure out how to get it perfect so that it glides open and shut and doesn't have any binding or anything. You just have a spring that fucking does it for you. And it locks closed and open, right? You don't have to worry about a detent. But there's a rub. He can't do hard anodizing in-house. So he's got to get somebody to hard anodize these scales. Right there, you're outsourcing, and now you're paying, what everybody else pays for that. And now you have a $300 aluminum out the side knife, which I think is still a very fair price. But it's not as like ridiculous of a price as his usual stuff, where you kind of look at yourself and you're like, how come all these motherfuckers are selling their knife for $800, $900, $1,000, and it has the same materials? Now, you can look at the finishing and you could say, yeah, their finishing is better than his. But you're talking $300 versus $800. So for sure it should be. But it doesn't make up that gap, right? But with this, you're kind of just like, yeah, I mean, it's par for the course, I think. I really thought we would get somebody complaining about it. I don't know if you were replying to somebody who was, but American Blade Works Model 3 dropping tomorrow. That's what we're talking about. Okay, he was replying, so somebody else said that. I just assumed we were going to get some talk about the price. But so I had my rant ready, basically. My bad, dude. I threw it at you instead of the correct person. Man, my nose is so stuffed up. Fucking hate this, dude. All right. What in the fuck is this? Okay. I should have looked at the other ones before I gave that one away. Shit. Are you guys ready for whatever this is? Okay. Kansept. What the fuck be this? Tease. I don't know. I don't think Tactile's pricing is that crazy. They charged a lot for the whatever that knife is called with TJ Schwartz because of the name value on it. And I'm sure TJ Schwartz asked for a decent chunk per knife because he's got that name recognition, you know. He designed the Arius, like, you know. And if you look at the knife, it's way more intricate and detailed than their other knives. But the Rockwall sells for what was like $300, or at least it was. So I don't know, unless their prices have changed and now they're charging a fortune. I don't think Tactile is crazy on pricing. Sorry, Dominic, I already packed it up, but it's this knife, but it has marbled carbon fiber here. That's really it. That's the difference. I think it might be silver here on the accents, but I can't remember. It's way cooler than this one. I just don't like whatever this is. Whatever this stuff is. It looks like you guys remember the copper foil carbon fiber? Like we had it on the Stout originally. They had aluminum foil too. It looks like that shit, but like all copper? I don't know. It's weird. It is topo pattern, yeah. I mean, it looks okay. They call it copper foil. So then what the fuck is the other stuff? What do they call that? They call that copper foil too? Or they call that copper foil CF? Oh, and this is copper foil G10. Got it. Cool. I mean, it is cool. Whatever. I looked at it and I was like, ugh. You know, to me it's hideous. But, you know, one man's hideous is another man's Picasso, baby. You know, like this. Ah. I love how this looks. But some of you guys probably think this is ugly as fuck, right? But even though I love that, this is my favorite finish. The satin just looks the best to me. That's the one I want. That's the one I have on my desk. Even though the splatter is super cool, you know. No, it's not zircotite, dude. It's titanium and it's splatter anode. I don't know how they do it, honestly. Splatter anode is fucking super cool. You have to I think you have to tape up all these sections of the material, and then you give it the anode treatment, and then you take that off and you cover up the other parts, and then you give that the anode treatment, and I guess you do that over and over until you get something crazy. I don't fucking know. Like if they have a piece of tape that has this pattern on it, they could do it pretty easy, I guess. But I'm not sure. He knows. I don't know if you're just saying what I'm saying. They think they can literally splatter it with no. I don't think that's how you do it. I think they can literally splatter it with ano, then ano the raw areas, and repeat. I don't think that's how it works. I figure they spray a dielectric gel and then anodize it. Yeah, it's already 3 hours and 9 minutes. I don't think that's how they do it. I think they cover up certain parts. I guess, yeah, they could splatter the nail polish, have that stick, then ano what's showing, take that off, splatter it again. Yeah, okay. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. That could work. I don't know, but it costs $40 fucking. So yeah, it definitely takes, a skilled person to do it. Yeah, you can wash it off with acetone, but does the acetone fuck with anodization? This was the only QC issue we had in the batch, at least that I found. If you guys have a problem, hit me up, obviously. But I checked every driver, and it was the only one that had a QC issue. This magnet in here, that was a moment of truth right there. It came loose. So when I put the bit in, what I do is I put the bit in, and then I pull it out, and I check, make sure the fucking magnet doesn't come out with it. And this one came out with it. So I had to re-glue it. You can see the magnet's awesome. So when I re-glued it, I took acetone and I cleaned in there, and I cleaned, the magnet and everything. And I was really careful not to get it on the anode because I wasn't sure if acetone could fuck with the anodization. I don't know if it can, but anyway, I'm glad I fixed this one because all I had was super glue. Usually you want to use like a medium firm. I don't even know what they call that glue. I've had it for fidgets before. It's like a black fucking goop glue. Super strong shit. Titanium oxide is very durable. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess, won't we? Yeah. But I'm wondering if to get the nail polish off, you need acetone. And would that fuck everything up again? I don't know. That's the question I'm asking. All right, let's do. Oh, this would be the last one, right? This would be the last one. So let me see what's in here. And then I'll see if I want to let you guys choose. I don't really want this one, so probably going to give that one away. Hey, Dominic. Sorry. The one you actually won this one. That marbled carbon fiber one. That's the one. That's the one I'm keeping. I'm kidding. Oh, fuck me. So it kind of looks like twill carbon fiber, right? Except instead of being silver, it looks like topo copper shit, like this one. This is almost like a copper twill topo carbon fiber. I don't fucking know. But anyway, this is probably the aluminum version. It must be that company that made the shit we got back in the day. I do not like this stuff. I don't know. So yeah, I'll let you guys choose again because I could care less which one. He said that looks better than the copper one. I guess because it kind of matches the bolster there, right? That one's better. 50s camo. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. You guys can pick. They all look pretty weird. No, I think the first one looked good. Here, I'll take it out again now because I think it's worth showing you again. I think this one looks normal. I would 100% have taken this one. I just figured there would be 3 normal knives. This one's fine, right? This is fine. This looks good. If Dominic, if you're still here, this is the one you won. You won the cool looking one. I like the way that one looks. Have you worked with Sabibi? Yeah, here and there I have, but not like they send me everything. I'm not on their list of people they send everything to. And I get some of their stuff from Blade HQ too. Like the headbanger, and they sent me one recently. Still need to make a video on that. I just haven't trying to get to everything, It's hard. All right. I need to blow my nose. You guys can start. Hashtag fugly. Because that's what those last 2 are. But Kansept sent them in, so shout out to Kansept. Still a free night. Can't wait till this fucking cold strep throat shit is over. Except then I'll just get sick again because I have a kid in daycare for the first year, and that's just what happens. You get absolutely obliterated. Believe it or not, when you look at them together, they actually look cool. It's fucking weird. So you look at them together, they look cool. It's like yin and yang, But if you separate them, I don't know, they just look weird. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. But like, hey, look at these. They cool. Hey, look at this. Ah! You guys want a little button lock dance? Ready? Have you ever heard of the button lock dance? Boom, bang, bang, bang. Boom, bang, baka, baka, baka. Baka, baka, baka. Baka, baka, baka. You're welcome. You're welcome. That one was free, guys. Let me see if I missed any starred things. All the color is against the liner. I think I did read that one, but pew 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 pew. Adventure Man, what's up, dude? He says, "What up, everybody?" He's been a member for 14 goddamn months. Hell yeah, dude! Pew 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 pew. Let me check something right quick. Ah. Oh, okay. We just added somebody to our group chat, like our YouTuber pass around group chat. I thought it was the same guy, but it's not. It's not. It's not. Okay. Moving on. How did here we go. Hashtag Fugly, baby. Last chance. Last chance. I sent that super chat like 2 hours ago. Hey, man, it doesn't say when I'll get to it. It just says I'll get to it. Well, it doesn't really say that either, but you know what I mean. Thanks, Kev and Kansept for the giveaways. Member for 21 months. Hell yeah, Jay. Pew, 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 pew. Rebel scum. Pew, pew, pew. That's great. You should change the hashtag. Most are not going through. What do you mean? Why wouldn't they go through? Yeah, there's 4 entries. What the hell? You guys can't spell? Like, okay. So he put Guggly. Are you not allowed to type Fugly? Fugly, Fugly, Fugly. That's 3. I think people just don't want this knife. Seriously, I don't actually see more than 4. So I think it's counting all of them. I think this is spelled wrong, obviously. What are oh, they're blocking them, you think? No way. Oh, I tried. Why would that be a bad thing? All right, I'll do a new one. That's retarded. Maybe Kansept reported it or something. So you think hashtag pew pew would be bad? Nah, let's not do that in case, they might think I'm giving away something else. All right. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll do this. You guys are all probably typing, trying to get them in. Hashtag Kansept. Hey, you know what? No, wait, is that a Kaiser thing? Kaiser cares? I was going to say Kansept cares. Oh. All right, I'll just put Kansept. Stop thinking of gay shit. Hashtag Kansept. See if you can put that in. Yeah, the problem with the spinning wheel is you have to do create a video or have people comment on a video. And then I have to pay for a subscription to Comment Picker. And I already have subscriptions to fucking this thumbnail maker and that thumbnail maker. I pay StreamYard $50 a month. Like there's just so many subscriptions. I don't want another one that picks fucking comments and I don't use. You know what I mean? Like I rarely use it. I should have canceled it forever ago. Like I didn't do a live stream for a year because when my son was born, I just couldn't. And I was paying for Comment Picker for like 10 of those months. And I finally realized it and canceled it. Yeah, it's like $8, but that's fucking $8 that I lost because I didn't use it at all. So I don't want to sign up for their bullshit. It's not really their fault, but I'm taking it out on them. Hashtag Charlie Kirk, see what happens. I'm sure it would work just fine. It's funny. All right, let's see how many we got now that Fugly's off the board. 83. All right. Yep, you had a good point. I'm like, I only see 4. I wonder why we could see those 4. Was it like moderators or something? I had a 25% chance. Numbers game. No, dude. The numbers game's the worst. I don't know if you guys remember the numbers game with Kyle. Oh my god. He couldn't remember those numbers for shit. That was always a blast. It allowed a few through, then blocked the rest. Yeah, you don't have to be all logical. We could just say it was, it was weird. Some shit happened. Online bullying. Like, the word fugly is not even... That's the name of a knife, right? Doesn't Kansept have a knife called the fugly? Or is it Kaiser? One of those guys has the fugly. It's a cool knife, too, by the way. I was allowed to type it. It just blocked it. That's funny. CJRB, that's right. Well, they probably didn't do too well on the SEO. That sucker. Fuck it. You pay for Google ads and it just blocks them all. Dude. I haven't told this story in a long time, but back in the day, like 2021, 2022, I don't know. I got restricted on PayPal, which I need. I need PayPal because that's how like 95% of companies pay you for affiliate stuff. That's how I get the commissions and stuff. From like Olight or Urban EDC or whatever. And I got restricted on there because I sold a Civivi riffle, and the guy wrote in the notes riffle, and they thought it said rifle. And then fucking Jared Neves paid me for something. I guess he bought a knife off me. And he said hashtag bang. And then I also had one other one from, I don't know if you guys remember this dude, the Knife Licker. You remember the Knife Licker? I think his actual handle was the Knife Whisperer. Joe, I think. He was a cool dude for a while, but then he relapsed. He was a drug addict, or recovering or whatever. He relapsed and he started I think trying to scam people in the knife world. But he had I called him the Knife Licker, and he bought something off me, and he sent the PayPal, and he put in the notes hashtag thanks for the BJ. And that was the last straw for PayPal. PayPal, they restricted me for selling sexual favors. It lasted like 6 months or something, and they literally stole my money in there. I had like $150 in there. Luckily, I was very consistent about every time I got money, I just pulled it right out into my bank account, transferred it. So I had like $150 in there, and they restrict your account for 6 months, and then they just take whatever's in it, and then they give it back to you. Like they let you back in your account, but they don't give you the money back. There's a modding company called Fanatic Edge, and they said same thing happened to them, and they took $5,000. They just took $5,000. Like I've heard horror stories. I've seen like Reddit posts where people have lost like $120,000. PayPal just goes, you violated something, and then they restrict you and steal your money. Crazy. But yeah, I've been back in ever since, and I always tell people, Do not leave a note. You don't have to leave a note. It is not required to leave a note. So if you ever pay somebody on PayPal, one, don't be funny. And two, just don't even leave a note. They don't need to know. They know exactly why you paid them. So just send the money. All right. I got to get out of here. I can't even fucking breathe. I got to take some congestion medication, sadly. I need that Advil cold and sinus, baby, with that pseudoephedrine or whatever's in it. That's my last resort. Gotta, take some medication. I take that stuff. I try to avoid, I'll just take Advil, but I can't even breathe. Like, I can't sleep when I can't breathe. Right, Allah Akbar in the notes. All right. You guys ready for this? Mortal Kombat. Last one. And I'm hoping you're here and you can choose one. But I don't know. I think I like the copper better. Bobtism. I think I have Bobtism, dude. I scratch that. I definitely have Bobtism. Bobtism is fucked up. Hey, look, he says barometric pressure changes this time of year. Snuffleupagus. Is that a thing? Is that when I get stuffy noses for the rest of the winter? I used to use Flonase all the time, and I stopped using it, but I kind of feel like I should use it again. It is why. Oh, okay. I definitely have some tism, that's for sure. Bob, which one you want? You gotta pick, dude. He just said hell no. He just goes hell no. Dude, which knife do you want? Get real Sudafed. Nah, I'm good with the Advil shit works for me. Usually. I don't think that's true. Because I used it for like 2 years almost all the time, thinking it helped my, nasal whatever. And when I stopped taking it, like, I don't know, a couple months ago or a month ago, I didn't notice a difference. But like 2 or 3 years ago, no, it was like 5 years ago, during COVID, my wife and I got sick, and you're picking one of these knives, Bob. He's too busy talking about barometric pressure. Pick one of these. You won. Pick one of these. Copper or aluminum. That's the material inside of the G10 or whatever. It's not like, So this is like aluminum foil G10, and this is like copper foil G10. Otherwise, they're very similar knives. So just say copper or aluminum. And then use my email and send me your address. But yeah, like 5 years ago, COVID, whatever, and we bought this stuff. It's not Afrin, but I think it has the same chemical in it. I think it's called like omeprazole or omip something. And it says on the box, do not use this for more than 3 days. Like, or you'll have withdrawal, basically. And that shit works so well. Basically, you spray it up your nose, and it hits your blood vessels, and it shrinks them down. So your blood vessels shrink, and that unswells your nose. And then you can breathe like fucking normal for like half a day. And you know, I don't know if you do it twice a day or something, and it's amazing. Like you go from this not being able to breathe to straight up normal. But if you take it for more than 3 days, which of course I did, because I'm like, it works. Like I need it, right? So I took it for like 5 days. When you stop taking it, your blood vessels fucking blow up because whatever it does to your blood vessels, it needs that to keep happening. So as soon as you stop it, it just swells up. And then you have like 3 days of just fucking hell, like the craziest stuff nose ever. So it literally like does the opposite if you use it too long. If you only use it for like 2 days or 3 days, it's fine. But I think that's what you're talking about. It's like Afrin. But because Flonase doesn't do that. Flonase is a steroid, actually. Yeah, Afrin. That shit. I have never found saline to help me at all. Yeah, like neti pot, that stuff never helps. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Sinex. Yeah. That's only if you take it too long though, Cicero. If you use it as prescribed, it's great. But if that cold lasts for a week, you're fucked. He has spoken. Copper. Okay. You took the one I could tolerate. I'm just kidding. I'm good with whatever. I really don't care. Shout out to Kansept. All jokes aside, I really appreciate them reaching out and wanting to send these in. Is this one say copper? No, aluminum. Okay, so this one. Just swap these bits out. And Olight also wanted to send some stuff in. So I think they're sending some Arc Pros, I think, to do the same thing. So I should have a live stream either next week or the following, I guess, with a few Olights to give away. So you guys could come back for that if you want. Otherwise, we'll just be hanging out like usual. Nothing crazy. Bob Tism, that's the last one. Let me pack up this one for me. Yeah, I would definitely go with the tenable one, to be honest. With the top lock. That's better in my opinion. But some people really like butt lock, so you know, your mileage may vary for sure. Your mileage may vary. All right, this one goes over here. All right. Afrin you can get bounce back from. That's what bounce back. I've been addicted for 20 years to Afrin. Yeah, there's a couple guys I know like that. They just keep buying it and they keep using it every day. Bill, you use it all year, right? Like it's not just in the winter or whatever. It's like all year you got to use that shit. Or I can hit you on Instagram. Yeah, I prefer email because I keep track of it better. That's what I said. Omeprazole. I said it right. It's LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. It's in the chat. I know what a neti pot is. I just don't think it's helped me at all. It can give you a deviated septum. Well, fucking Bill's got one then. Payback's a bitch. Hey, Raccoon Tactical. When is the MASH top liner lock variant dropping from Kaiser? Hopefully early next year. Yeah, that one's been in production or in process for a minute. We kept making changes, and I think it's finally like in final production. And then the Nip L top liner lock with Vosteed should be out in like March or February. Yeah, this sore throat sucks, and now I can't breathe, and I have like a sore like at the roof of my mouth now too for some reason. Fucking bullshit. Nasal drip is like the worst thing. Until it burned a hole in her nose? Bill, is that what's happening to you, dude? Yeah, I know I'm running too late. This is true. Yeah, it is cool, actually. Shout out to Kansept and Olight for doing that. I appreciate it. I am a zombie, dude. I usually stay up till like 2 or 3 usually. It sucks. And then I get up at 8. No issues. Like people who smoke some, people do it for 20 years, 3 packs a day, and live till they're 90. Have you actually like had your nose checked though? Yeah, I saw that. I wanted to check one out at Blade Show, but I think he didn't have the protos or something. He was gonna send me one to check out. Isn't there a drop? Or is it a pre-order? Is it a pre-order? I think it's a pre-order. I think it's a pre-order. Don't mind me. I just gotta grab something over here. Just gotta grab something over here. All right. Listen. I think we probably lost most of the came here just for the giveaway people. So I have one of the Splatter Anno bit drivers, just the driver right here. So I'm gonna give that away real quick, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I was just trying to let those people peace out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now that trick's only gonna work once, probably. But whatever. Whatever. All right. Let me. Where the fuck did it go? Did I? There we go. All right. One more again. One more again for you. Yeah. So it's one of these. One of these guys. One of them guys. I didn't even hear about them. You talking about the bit driver? Yeah. I mean, I decided. Well, first off, I've been talking about it for like fucking 2 years. Every single video for 2 years, I've had this bit driver in the video. So granted, there were a lot of people that asked me about it over that fucking span. But yeah, I got them all. We had to put the packaging together ourselves. I got all that done last weekend, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's just drop them." And because we have the growler next weekend, I just wanted to, do it. So we kind of got it all out there this week, and luckily, people bought them anyway, so that's cool. We did shave off about 20 people, yeah. Yeah, we did. But then again, I mean, I wouldn't want to sit there and listen to my ass for 4 hours either. So I don't blame anybody who left. I just figured, I wanted the people who stuck it out to get a chance at this thing. Will you sign it? How do I sign? You mean like sign the tube? Sure, I mean, I'll sign it, but will it stay on there? I always have that problem where it doesn't stay on there. I also don't know where I would sign it. It's very round. It's very round. I need it. Nobody else. Thanks, Connor. Yeah. I show up expecting 4 hours. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm like half alive right now, so you guys still here are definitely in it for good intentions. Where's the fucking pet? I have I swear I just used it like yesterday. I have one of those like silver ink pens, but it never stays on there. I don't know why you would want me to sign it, but I have a black Sharpie. See if I can get it on there. There we go. I got it. Maybe maybe the mistake was using the ink pen. Oh, I'm a retard. I always pull one of my little storage cases forward to put my laptop on. That's where it is. It's right in front of me. That's right. See what I mean? I'm half alive. But yeah, whenever I sign stuff with this, because believe it or not, there's a couple customers that ask us to sign everything. It always rubs off. So that's what she said. So I don't know. It might stay on there, but here you go. I signed it with my real name too. I always wonder if I should like come up with a signature for LeftyEDC, but I already feel very gay signing it, and adding more to that would be, crazy. All right, 54. Here we go. Who the winner? Who the winner? Who the winner? Who that winner be? Come on, baby. Austin B. Austin B. 5834. Hell yeah, dude. Is you here? I love this name, dude. Was not worth it. It's fucking great. Was not worth it. Todd Carr, what up, dude? I know you've been here, but shout out Todd Carr. Is he here? Are you here, Austin? Did I miss it? There he is. He says, let's go, baby. All right, nice. Shoot you my email for this, buddy. You might have it already. I don't know. I can't recognize everybody's screen name, unfortunately. But shoot me an email. Not Legos. He says, let's go. slang, baby. I even knew that one. Come on. My kid's over here singing 6, 7, not 11. Go to heaven. Yeah, old man on the ridge. Where he at? Oh, here he is. There he is. Dude, you want a knife? I don't know if you know this. Maybe you do. You probably know. I probably just missed all your comments. You won this knife, sir. I picked for you, actually. So you got a Damascus Fenrir with top liner lock. So just shoot me an email. I just put the email in the chat. LeftyEDC88@gmail.com. Shoot me your address, old man on the ridge. When you get back to, well, I guess you got Wi-Fi wherever you are. I dozed off. Ah, there you go. All right. Well, it's cool, man. You came back. But shoot me the email. I'll get it out to you. I just want to make sure people get their stuff, you know? All right. That's enough shit to ship. Shit to ship, I think. All right. Now I'm going to actually get out of here. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you coming out. Thank you to Kansept. Really, I appreciate them. Even though I was razzing on the choices a little bit. The material choices were a little goofy, but you know, they got to do different stuff to try to keep people excited, I guess. They got to try stuff, and that's okay. But yeah, you can go over to Kansept, use Lefty10 if you want to, and otherwise, I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. Shout out to Bob Tism for dropping the 10 bones right at the end. Pyaw, 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 pyaw. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the shipping. That helps. It does. I got all the chats, right? Yep, I got them all. All right, cool. All right. Love you guys. Thanks, Bob. Man, appreciate it. Peace, everybody. Love, peace, and chicken grease. The best, baby.